Welcome back to Gil's Arena, presented by Underdog Fantasy. Whoa, whoa! Wednesday, one more day before our weekend. We almost there, fellas. We got the OG crew in the building. Big playoff game last night. Got another one tonight. A lot of things to discuss. How everybody feeling?
Good.
Okay.
Good. Pacers should have got that win last night, but
they let you down.
Yeah.
They might not get another one.
Lexie Red playing good.
Oh, yo, you know we got. Okay, Lexie, we gonna see you Friday. Lexie versus Caitlin Clark, round one.
Yeah.
Round one. But this is Gil's Arena, presented by Underdog Fantasy. As always, we got the legend Gilbert Arenas here with us. Okay, styling, looking professional. We got Mr. B, Brandon Jennings, representing Tough Crowd at Tough Crowd University.
And Ho's mad too.
What are they mad about, Brandon?
They just be mad.
They be mad.
Just be mad. How do we make them happy?
You can't.
It's impossible. It's impossible. The age-old question. And we got the dream killer, Rashad McCants, back in the building.
You can't.
No, wait, you know what?
Not dream killer no more.
What is it now?
Cemetery Larry.
Cemetery Larry. Hold on. I gotta update. I gotta update the doc.
Baby.
I gotta update the doc.
Every day, man.
You coming in,
every day, man. Every day, bro.
Coming in hot. You know what I'm saying?
It's something.
We are still waiting for the body bags to get here.
They on the way. They're gonna take a little bit. It's hard to get them. You know what I'm saying? They start flagging your account and shit like, what you need body bags for? Don't worry.
Always a good reason to have a body bag. But I say you got the Pat Ewings on.
Pat, man, you know what I'm saying? New York. You know how I'm saying?
Taking it back old school.
Damn. With the Houston hat.
Yeah, they don't sell them nowhere but on TikTok now.
Wait, they're Reeboks, right?
They Pat Ewins.
No, just the Pat Ewing.
That was the Reebok?
No, that's his own, his own shoe.
Who was Reebok last
You ain't twisting no ankles with that.
Reebok has Shaq.
And
Shaq, Sean Kemp.
Apex was
LA Gear. You thinking of LA Gear?
Nah, I mean, when I first came into the league, I was a Reebok. And I had the
pumps.
orange blues.
The pumps.
The D Browns.
D Browns, yeah.
Nah, they wasn't D Browns. I don't think so. I thought it was Patrick Ewins. Okay.
That's Doc Carter's?
Nonetheless, no ankles getting twisted in no shit.
No. They got all kind of support.
They thick.
He had his own. He started. That was his first.
His own joint.
His first shoe was Ewing's. Okay. 80. Oh, damn.
Taking it back down memory
I'm with the
lane.
Sergio 89s and the Pat Ewing 89s, man. We throw it back, man.
A lot of red on the couch today, just pointing that out, but it's all good. Do what you do. And we got a special guest pulling up shortly. Let's just say he's a bad boy for life on and off the court. Oh, we got a special note about the Ewing. So after Ewing parted ways with Adidas, his first shoe endorser, he had his agent David Falk create his own brand, which is the Ewing brand. Shout out David Falk, also Michael Jordan's agent. Man was making moves in his heyday, in case y'all wanted to know. But here's what's cracking in the arena today. The Pacers almost pulled off the upset on the Celtics in Game 1 of the Eastern Conference Finals, but did they blow their best chance to make this series competitive? Wemby became the first rookie ever to make an all-defensive first team, but is he on track to become the most dominant player ever? We will discuss. And the Western Conference Finals tips off tonight in Minnesota, but will Ant-Man or Luka lead their team to the promised land? Before we get into all that, as always, this show is brought to you by Underdog Fantasy. Please help us help you. Underdog Fantasy has been so gracious in presenting and sponsoring this show. Download the app, use promo code GIL, and you can receive up to a $250 in bonus cash and a special pick'em. And if you were watching the show yesterday, we gave you 4 picks on this couch. Fade with them, tail them, rock with them, whatever.
Yeah.
You should have went with them.
We tailed.
If you like making money, because you would have came up big. We nailed all 4. So we just might know what we're talking about. Shout out Tyrese Halliburton. I knew he would bounce back from those janky game ones. And we got some special love to show in just a moment to one of our very own. But as always, we do mostly fans at the end of every show. So if you drop a good question in the chat with your Underdog Fantasy username and we use that question on this program, you get a $50 bonus to your Underdog Fantasy account if you send us a video at mostlyfansgil@gmail.com. And we use that on the show. And you keep it under 30 seconds. If you want it to be used, you get a $100 bonus to your Underdog Fantasy account. And we do the show. We got multiple versions now. Gil, you out here technological. We got Wherever you want. If you're on the phone, computer, the special works phone, whatever, we have viewing options for you. But if you cannot watch the show live with us on YouTube, we got audio versions available on Apple, Spotify, wherever you get your podcast from. So we got a lot to discuss today, but first, we got to show some love to one of our very own with a very special Hibachi time. Uh-oh, I missed these lights. We ain't done Hibachi time in a minute. So the Sparks were winless so far this season heading to their matchup with the Mystics on Tuesday night. But Lexie Brown said enough is enough and did what she does best. So Lexie led the Sparks, 20 points, 6 assists and 2 steals, 3 for 6 from 3, taking logo threes, all that goodness. Yeah, she had the dimes as well. On deck, De'Erica Hamby added 17 points and 18 rebounds. Cameron Brink had 8 rebounds and 4 blocks, including a game-saving one as time expired. But Lexie was on her game, in her bag, and knocking them things down. So great to see her back on the court. No, she dealt with a lot last season. She worked very hard to get to this point. Got the Sparks cooking in anticipation for their game Friday against the Indiana Fever. #1 overall pick, Caitlin Clark. More Lexie. Oh, okay. Dime time. But what y'all think about Lexie out there?
I'm trying to see that Friday. So we only come to see her Friday. So
We will be courtside or bordside, depending on,
no,
we'll set you claim.
we better be on the wood. My feet.
I'm
better be
on my foot on the wood for $50.
Yeah.
Sandal? You were in sandals again?
Yeah, John Glethon.
$50, you know what I mean?
$50.
Hey, it's a little bit more expensive than
Oh,
that.
yeah, Caitlin coming in, $100.
It's a little bit more pricey than that.
More than that.
What?
More than that. I saw the tickets on.
We got ours last year, bro.
I know.
$100. Ain't, you know?
It wasn't 100. That was like. It wasn't 100.
There's no Groupon, you know what I mean? Buy 3, get 2 free. So, I'm just you know what I mean?
Bro.
Come on that up, huh?
Buddy,
Stand on it, stand on it.
you know, she put us on a buddy pass, you know? Southwest buddy pass.
As always,
You know, Lexie Crew plus 4.
Did we get to go in the back after the game?
Yes.
Okay. All right.
Gonna come with the ticket.
y'all better
Spend an extra $3, meet the players.
I mean,
Autographs and the whole nine. Damn, bro.
Gil going hard, bro.
You know, man,
They gonna boo you.
I'm just being serious. You know, y'all ain't gotta.
I'm just being serious.
As always, the views expressed on this show are solely that of Gil and do not necessarily reflect the views of Underdog Fantasy.
I gotta say though, Lexie's game looked like she could be top scorer in the league. The way she playing, like that vibe that I see, I'm getting buckets vibe. I'm #1 option vibe. Give me the rock, I'll get 30 and we lose.
Hey, still got
I
that.
lead the league in scoring type shit.
Played all 40 minutes in the game.
She pulling from there.
Yeah.
She pulling from there. And her face did not move.
She pulled from the pyramid.
Her face did not move after she made it. It wasn't no, yeah. It was like, we work on this.
Yeah, we do this.
We work on this. I like
We saw it in the first ever Gil's Arena shootout presented by Underdog Fantasy. Whoop, whoop.
Now you see why I take that 1.5 over.
Gotcha.
Higher, I take the 1.5 higher. They don't want to put it back on there.
Oh,
The threes?
Yeah,
They
not.
They got it the first game. They don't want to do it again.
Hell no.
Keep putting that 1.5. I don't give a fuck. You put 2.5.
Underdog, come with that Lexie Brown special in honor of this show.
Go ahead, throw it. Try it again. You got us game 1. Okay, try it again.
She's shooting that bitch now.
Yeah, Lexie says she wants to be most improved
that
player
thing
this
Friday.
season. Comeback player of the year.
So text away. Hey Lex, I need you to make 3 of them motherfuckers today.
You cannot influence.
I'm just asking.
Listen, Friday be
Just
at the
play your
game.
best game,
They got
Lexie.
it. They got it 1.5.
I need 3 of them.
Shoot that thing.
I need 3 of them.
I need 3 of them. They said 1 point. Shoot it.
You better shoot that thing.
We will be on the court Friday. We will see how long we last, though. At least one of us will be getting ejected.
My God,
guess
by
is Gil.
halftime, I'm out of there. By halftime, I'm getting ejected. Give me the red card.
Hostage.
Keep it hostile in the territory, but shout out Lexie and keep doing what you do. We will see you Friday. All right, well, let's keep this moving. The NBA announced the all defensive teams on Tuesday. So big men dominated the first team with Defensive Player of the Year, Rudy Gobert receiving the most first place votes. Wemby got the second most first place votes with Bam Adebayo, Herb Jones, and Anthony Davis rounding out the first team. Second team was all guards, Alex Caruso, Jalen Suggs, Derek White, Jaden McDaniels, and Drew Holiday getting the honors. Well, you say Jaden's a small forward, but mostly big man on the first team.
Mostly all big.
Yeah, I'm gonna say all big man. Like
Herb is a power forward.
Okay.
the first team was all.
This is horrible.
Yeah, this is stupid.
What?
This is dumb.
Let it be known, Gil.
The easiest job on defense is to sit back there and just wait for the guard to get there to block the shot.
Yeah.
Right? Picking somebody up full court, trying to keep them from there. Like the guard has more responsibility defensively, right? So the guard has to pick up full court. If there's doing some trapping, they got to do some switching, right? So they're doing a lot of heavy lifting on the defensive end, and the big man is back there blocking and securing the rebound. Right? So the fact that you got 5 big men as all first team, y'all are lazy now. Right? When NBA players are saying this guy is the best guard, like think about the best players in the NBA. Right? When we bring it down, when it comes to just ranking them, if we say, all right, Jokic, Embiid, right? 1, 2. And then we can throw in Giannis 3, right? From there, then it goes guards before you get to Anthony Davis, right? So that means, the Shays, the Lucas, the Kyries, whoever got to guard LeBron, whoever got to guard Tatum, Booker, KD, Curry. Like, think about all the people that got to guard these people, right? You just got to be great on 3 people that whole season, right? So if you're on the East or you're on the East or the West, you're only playing one of those big men a few times. So you're not being challenged all year round like somebody like a Caruso, a Holiday. They're being challenged every night by somebody dominant.
Yeah. And then they say Drew Holiday's like the best.
Dang,
Well, the last year in the players poll,
Yeah.
they voted him as the best defender in the league. The anonymous players who
So he doesn't
participated.
So what happened this year in their first?
And Halliburton
what
also
happened this
confirmed
year?
This year he was saying he was the best defensive player.
You ain't rolling?
You like that list?
No, I don't like that list because Ant-Man not in there.
Yeah.
Certain two-way players that should make it based on who they, like you saying, you roll it out perfectly, right? Because I say like Caruso, Suggs, and all them, if they getting buckets put down on them night in, night out, you can't be on this list because you're not stopping nobody. Just because you're a good hustle player, like they would put Pat Bev up there because he move around and he's always like a gnat on somebody, right? He looks like he's playing good defense, but if you putting 40 on his head every time, and somebody might have like a 10-point game one game, it's like, oh, he played great defense. But it's like you got a guy like Ant-Man who's shutting you down in key moments of the game, where it's like, no, I got him now. Let me shut him down. When he's in that position all the time against the best players, I'm considering that like all defensive. Like, and even what he's saying about the big man, great point. Because you don't get that challenge all the time. And that's why the metrics for a defensive player of the year or all defensive team is the other intangibles, other than just shutting your man down, is being an all-around defensive player, on the pick and roll, off ball, all that other shit. But for the guards, it's harder. Like, what does your off-ball defense look like? Are you getting steals and deflections?
Yeah.
So if you're not just shutting your man down, what is the metric?
Charges, help side. You know what I mean? So,
Blocks.
Yeah.
So and that's what I say with Ant-Man block shots.
A block this year that was like one of the best defensive plays I've seen all year.
It doesn't look. It just does, aesthetically. It just doesn't look good. It's just like.
And the offensive players are looking at Caruso like, man, we just to bust his ass. How he do? How he make that? Suggs for Orlando, we busting your ass. What you mean?
Well, think about it. Who was picking up Brunson full court?
In the Indiana series,
CJ, right?
McCollum, yeah. And Nimehart.
All right, so now those metrics don't account for somebody like that. He's picking up full court,
Whole game.
right? Doing that. His big man don't do nothing, just sit there.
Facts.
Right? I'm just sitting there waiting. All right, and then I get the block. He done picked up full court, made this man run and do all this, and then I come in with the block, and I look like the great defensive player. That just doesn't.
So
It doesn't equate. That's what I said. They don't have an equation for that.
Yep.
Their equation is after you get past half court, who is closer to that miss? Like who's closer to the miss?
Yeah.
Right. If someone's
Yeah,
making
that is
all
wild.
layups, obviously the big man.
Right.
Right. Team efficiency. Like it just
There's
the
no-
metrics is not made for.
There's no metric for energy expended.
Yep.
The energy that is expended for a guard to pick up 94 feet and like what they did to Murray, Minnesota did to Murray, nigga. like that alone?
That was some real AAU defense.
Woo! Like they got to start tracking. Like think about like miles being tracked, right? Like offensively and defensively, right? You know, like a guard. If you telling this guard he has to pick up full court, he has to pick up full court, 94 feet, to then do that. Like you have to account how much output a guy is actually putting in, because a big man, he's just sitting back there relaxing.
Facts.
So, in your guys' opinion, what makes a great defender in the league? Obviously, there's a lot of intangibles that don't show up in the stat sheet.
Effort, relentlessness. Like even though you beat him, he's like I beat him and he's still there. He's still challenging. That second and third effort. Like
Yes.
Guys where if I went, even though he's a great defensive player, but I got past him and he gave up. Like
Yeah.
But if I'm going there like somebody like Tony Allen, right? I'll get by him,
Man.
right? He'll swipe here, I'll switch it. He's some guy here. Like even though I get a good shot, he made me think about where he is
Yep.
all time.
Yep. Yep. I'm mad Colin Sexton didn't make it. Colin Sexton is a
yes.
fucking
Like somebody like him.
Yeah.
incredible.
I agree with that.
Somebody like him, like he's picking up full court.
What?
Yeah.
Like he's making you use energy.
He's everywhere.
Everywhere.
It's not just to pick up, right?
Yeah.
And that's the thing about some guards, they'll pick up because that's their job, right? I'm in the game to pick up. But when he beats you, a lot of guys try to segment going to the next open guy. That alleviates when we're looking at a 4-on-5 situation where he got beat, the next man has to rotate over. But if he gets back that second effort you're talking about to get back into the play, that guy don't got to rotate.
Yeah.
Now he gets back into play. I think last night when they blocked Derek White's shot and he was trying to shoot the three, Halliburton got back in the play, blocked that shot. He wasn't expecting that because it was a 4-on-5 situation. A good defender gets back into the play. Now you don't got to rotate. I got this. But when you late, you got to go all the way over to the last rotation. I think that's when the guard is really, really good at defense. Is the effort, like you said, second, third effort is the best part of playing defense. It's never giving up. It's being relentless.
Like even like little stuff like tagging, right? That's not even in an equation, right? Where someone is tagging, somewhere is like a criteria has to be how many plays did this guy prevent from happening.
Facts.
That's not part of a criteria.
That's the anchor part.
Yes, like I'm trying to let's say I'm a guard and there's a big and I caught him on the ISO and then a Drew Holiday, he'll see that's a mismatch. He'll just come over and flood that side.
Yep.
Right, he'll come over and flood it. So I can't take the big man. Now the fact that I passed it, that's a stop.
Yes.
He stopped me. He stopped me from taking this motherfucker off the dribble. That's a stop.
Man.
Yeah.
But he's not accounting for it. He's not accounting for prevention work. Some of these guys are great. Drew Holiday is when I watch him and I'm breaking down defense, because I know what the offense is trying to do, I'm watching like, yo, this dude does a lot of preventive work.
Yep.
Right, he is a big time tracker. That's why I said like the wild thing, Rashad. I would have averaged 50 against fucking Cleveland.
He knew where to be.
If he wasn't tracking me the whole time, meaning I got Braun on the ISO, like, oh, watch out. And he comes flood, like, oh, come on, dog.
I got it.
So I had to do, this is how I had to do. All right, when he's in the game, I had to do 2 moves. I'm gonna go hard, knowing he's about to float over to come here to shoot a jumper. I couldn't just go by him, right? So now I gotta, all right, boom, switch, shot. So if you ever see me playing, you'll see moves. I had to do 2 moves, not because Braun was on me, it's because Rashad is flooding over. He's tracking me, so I got to go, get him. I'm getting him to move to come here to shoot a jumper. Now it looks like LeBron turned me when it's Vrazier turning me.
And because he's coming over loading up for the charge.
Yep, loading up for the fucking charge.
He knows he's like, oh, Gil likes to go and take off from here.
Yep.
The trackers always love it's the mic back in football. Like I know that I need to be here for you to make the extra play. If you come around that corner and I make you go on the outside, I don't do my job. But I come around the corner and I make you go inside, the better chance for the defense to get to you, right? So you look like you're saying Drew Holiday at the nail. That's recognition. I know what play they running. They trying to get to this motherfucking nail. I'm gonna make them pass to Derek White and we're gonna close out to him. And we're gonna push him off the three-point line. He's gonna pass to the corner. Now I gotta depend on my teammate to be the rotating guy. If you got a good defensive team like Minnesota, you know all we gotta do is be on the nail, close out to the three-point line, make them make the next pass and be there on the catch. That's great defense, but like you said, the anchor is not a metric that they're even judging by because you can be a great anchor mic back and not get no credit for it.
And we talk a lot about the media voting for a lot of these awards, but I got to see people in the media lock up on defense first.
No, it ain't even about lock up.
I'm just saying, I got to see it.
It's know what you're looking at. All right, so look, I would challenge the media to do this. Just for research purposes and being a student of the sport you're talking about. When you guys gave Luka all that credit for defense, and that was the narrative you push, all those clips you show, look at the back line, right? See who the real defenders are, right? There was a reason you only said he was a great defender that game. You never use that narrative again or before that. Look at the guys behind him and see what they're doing to make him look like the great defensive guy that you guys were pushing, right? Go to all those clips and watch. He was never alone, right? It's like getting in the fight, right? And then your homies is behind the door. Your homies is behind the camera. Like, you know that camera dude that's in like, yeah, what's happening? Yeah, I'm here. And you got 52 dudes back here, right? Of course he's not going to swing, right? You see this guy doing this on a one-on-one fight? The reason he's getting his ass up and he's not punching back is because behind the camera, there's a bunch of dudes that's sitting there ready. I dare you.
I dare you
to swing.
Stand
you
on
about to get
business.
mopped out. You really think I'm getting beat up by a dude with a cell phone in his strong hand? He's strong hand cell phone hitting me with his left, and you don't think I'm about to mop him? No, he got 52 dudes back there.
Well, if you stand on business, good, you stand on business.
Nah, I'm not standing on. Yeah, I'm standing on business. I'm smart. I'm gonna take these weak. I'm gonna take these weak little punches. All right, man, come on, come on, dude. All right, I get it, dog.
Come on, man.
I get it, dog. You know what I mean? That's where you see that. I get it, dog. All right, man, you won, dog.
All right, well, let's talk about Wemby real quick. Wemby made history by becoming the first rookie ever to be selected to the first team. Youngest player ever to make an all-defensive team. He joins former Spurs #1 overall picks David Robinson and Tim Duncan as the last three rookies to make an all-defensive team. Obviously the youngest of those three. David Robinson was a grown-ass man when he came into the league, did his naval service. But Wemby has a long career ahead of him. Future still uncertain, but based on how generational his rookie season has been, is Wemby on track to be the most dominant player ever? Damn, I just did the Halliburton.
I know.
My shit just switched up.
I
was like,
y'all can say it. I felt
that
it.
your
I was like, damn. I just did the Halliburton.
Well, at least you notice. He don't notice.
Yeah,
Hallie don't know he does it.
Damn, Tyrese, I apologize for ever giggling when you switched up voices. That is, I don't even know.
Yeah, that's Iowa.
What do you average, like
That's
three?
the Iowa side.
What do you average, like 3.5 blocks this year?
Yeah, led the league with about three blocks per game.
Yeah, I think he's just going to keep dominating.
And we're not saying, obviously, there's a lot that goes into it, health, all those different things. But from where he's starting right now, 20 years old, all these accolades, obviously the sky's the limit for him. And I don't ask this question lightly. I know a lot of people, you can't project that far in the future. But I'm saying right now, where we stand today, what he's been able to do this season, is he on pace to be the most dominant player ever?
Yeah.
Dominant defensive player?
Yeah, I think dominant
Across
defensive.
I'd say across
I mean,
the board.
well, I know. I think
how you worded it.
Not just defensively.
Okay, let's just.
Who we comparing them to?
Okay, let's hit it. Like when we're talking about it. No, you can.
You have to.
You can say, all right, we can take Hakeem Olajuwon, right, who was offensively great and defensively great. Add more blocks, some more rebounds, steals. That's kind of what we're talking about, because what happens when Wemby is averaging 28, 30 with the 14, 12 rebounds, the 5, 4 blocks? I mean, the totality of both sides, right? You know, like and
I say besides Wilt, because when we go back,
we can't go back to that.
but nobody's doing.
You're talking
modern
about
NBA.
I mean, you're talking about someone who is on both sides dominating the game. You're talking about what 87, 88 MJ.
I'm comparing him to Dwight Howard.
He can't.
But see, I mean, when you look at
I
Dwight,
was just saying dominance from both sides. It was very hard to contain Dwight when he was in his element with the power and the strength of just dunking that bitch and being like, watch the fuck out.
same thing with Shaq.
Right. He'd do more though.
But look, and defensively, Dwight had the mentality of get that shit out of here. Don't come down here, this shit is out of here. And he was athletic as fuck, right? So I'm looking at Wemby like, if he keeps that mentality of get that shit the fuck out of here and give me the ball, move around, it's unstoppable. He don't got the power and the strength, to me, to dominate yet. His domination is gonna come from a finesse standpoint.
But 7'4", shooting threes, the handle.
We can control that though. On this side, defensively, if we put some power and some aggression to that, we can isolate that.
Yeah.
You only gonna be aggressive on the defensive end because that's something we can't control. You can be skinny, you can be frail, you can still be a killer defensively. But offensively, it's difficult to be
But how are you
dominant.
stopping a 7-foot dude who can shoot
But that can
threes
shoot
and
threes
take
and
you
do
off the
everything.
dribble?
No, you gonna hope he miss. He takes himself out of
He
domination.
gonna come back stronger for sure.
But if he missing shots, we can't trigger the domination. But if he's like unstoppable, like Joker down there, that's hard to stop. We can stop you because you're not strong enough to force your will on us.
See, that's the difference. I agree with you with Dwight. The problem with Dwight is he hurt his back before the offense came in.
Facts.
So I was in there when he was just getting into that offensive field, like that last playoff year where he was like, he's turning into an offensive. Dwight defensively, I've never seen anything like it.
Crazy.
Right? I'm in a locker room where Stan Van Gundy is like, yo, how we gonna play this? What we gonna do this? And that man's like, this is the first time he ever was serious. He was like, yo, y'all just shut the fuck up. Hey, Turk, Jay Rich, push Dwayne Wade and LeBron and me. Push him. We're down like 17 at the half. Push him to me. I'm gonna hit the motherfucker so hard, they're not coming here no more. They're gonna shoot jumpers. So it's gonna be easy on you. He opened the gate. Dwayne came in there. Boom! They shot jumpers the rest of the game. We ended up winning that game. Right? But he was the only player that you can play me, Jameer Nelson, JJ Redick at the 1, 2, 3, and he
Forgot you.
all he said was snap back, do not foul. Don't bail him out. I got it, right? And I've never seen anything like it before. He just didn't have the offense ability yet. So when Wemby has the offense, right? So that's what I'm saying. When he's averaging 28 and 14, and on the offensive end, and then he has his defensive end,
4 blocks. That's
like he freaks around and he could end up leading the league. He can end up leading the league. It'll be hard because you got motherfuckers these guards out here doing their damn thing. He can possibly lead the league in scoring one year.
Oh, for sure.
So I mean, that's what I'm saying. There'd be one thing when all the checks marks hit, he led the league in scoring, rebounds, blocks, deflections. That's what I'm saying. He can run the table one year.
I think it starts though with the rebounding. Like
I think a couple years.
He gonna have an MJ 87, 88 year where he sit there and he cleans the board on some rebound. That motherfucker might enter 3-point contest one year.
But when you guys talk about the stuff that doesn't show up on the stat sheet on defense, we saw the clips this year. Guys driving, they see Wemby anywhere near the hoop.
Yeah, see that. But
they just back. I'm not even.
Don't account that. That's a stop. There's a guaranteed fast break, a 2-on-1, and they pulled it out and ran offense. That's a stop. You gotta account for that.
That's the whole reason for the 2-on-1 breaks. They were doing the 3-on-1, the 2-on-1 back in the days to get a stop and get them. If you get a stop, you were.
That was the best part. Faking and making them turn it over. It's like, I gotta stop.
Gotta stop.
Even if you dribble past a second, like it's like 2 seconds you're supposed to put it up. If I give you 2 more seconds, it's a stop because the defense is getting back. It's automatic stop. So that should account as a stat.
So
it should, but they don't. It's when you look at that doesn't. Like it's like I don't know if they do it in like other sports or football or whatever. Like if you know they're trying to make this play and you make them second guess it, right? They were supposed to go long and right now they got to go short, right? They got to go here. That's whoever stopped that first initial play and made him go to 2. That should be a credit there.
So you're talking about like an audible, right? Like audible. Like if I'm a linebacker and you're about to run a play and then I move here and you're like, oh shit.
Yeah, I got an audible out of it.
I gotta check. Oh shit, he know what is going on.
Or like a DB, right, where you use interceptions as a big metric of a great, defensive back, but if they're not throwing to that side
at all,
Deion, Darrell,
Reeves
Island, we're not going that way. This side of the field is completely shut
like
down.
Deion, the dude, was it Ramsey?
Jalen Ramsey.
Jalen Ramsey. Reeves.
The fact that you can't go on his side, that's defense.
Period.
On God.
Period.
On God.
Period.
Don't even look this way.
Don't even look this way.
It don't even matter who's over there too. It could be fucking Megatron. It could be whoever. It's like, oh, we got Jerry Rice over. Don't you throw that motherfucker over there. Don't you throw that motherfucker over there.
So the fact that y'all had 30 plays and 29 went over there. I should be getting credit for the fact that you have to go that way now, and I don't think that they dive in like all the metrics that they dive into, true shooting percentage. The fuck does that mean?
Yeah.
What is
to hoopers?
What is the true defensive
percentage?
Shooting percentage accounts for the added value of the 3-point shot.
Yeah.
What's that again?
True shooting accounts for the added value of the 3-point shot.
Okay, in English.
So it weighs the 3-point shot.
Threes are worth more than twos,
within your
right?
Percentage.
So if you go 4 for 10 from 3, that's like going, 12 for 20 from 2, right?
No. That's not how you do. So if I go 4 for 10 for 3, I do what?
That's like going 12 for 20 from 2.
Yeah,
If you
equating the
if you
total,
treat everything
the
as
total
a
number.
2-point field goal attempt, even 3.
You can't do that.
What do you mean?
That's not real. You can't do that.
So it's 12 points from
So
the
it's a
3-point
field goal
line.
attempt.
Wait, so
12 points from the 3-point line. That's the 4 for 10.
No.
It's 12
I get,
points.
hold on.
It's 12 point.
Okay, so here's an example.
Like shooting 60% from 2, basically, is the point.
Yeah.
Okay, so Halliburton did. Okay, so he shot 8 for 18 from the field. He shot 6 for 14 from the 3-point line.
Yeah.
He only shot 2 twos.
So you just gonna enhance his 2-point percentage? The fact that he didn't shoot them shits?
Right. Because he went 2 for.
He went.
If you treat every field goal attempt, though, as 2, right, which is the basic value, but now 3 is weighted more because you get more points for it.
Yeah, okay,
So if he would have shot everything inside the 3-point line, he wouldn't have got his many points.
So how do y'all do
Making it
that?
6
He
for
shot 14 threes, 6 for 14, right? So
What is that?
so what was that percentage? I want to see how y'all actually do this.
Damn, I can't understand all this math. So true shooting percentage, shooting efficiency, it takes into account field goals, 3-point field goals, and free throws. So this is the whole complicated
So it
thing.
adds it all up.
Yeah, just saying, because you go 8 for 8 from the free throw line, let's say you only took 2 shots.
More efficient scoring night.
Yeah.
So that's how.
Because they're adding it all together.
It makes sense. You
They
can't.
don't. You
No,
make it.
I get what he's saying. It's like for a hooper, we're not looking at the true percentage. If you went 2 for 7 from the field and you went 6 for 7 from the 3, you were shooting great from the 3.
Yeah, you was
But
horrible
you was
from
trash from the 2.
I can't make your 2 I can't enhance your 2-point field goal percentage.
I'm gonna break it down like this. You went 4 for 10 from the game, but you only shot 2s, right? That's 8 points.
Right.
You went 4 for 10 from the game, but you only shot 3s. That's 12 points. Still the same 10 shots, but they're worth more if you take 3s.
Yeah, I get that,
I'm
but
just
you
saying.
can't add value to something that didn't happen.
Right. You're adding value to a bad shooting night from the 2.
It's 4 for 10 from 3, a bad shooting night.
4 for 10 is 40%, right? So
From 3.
Yeah,
solid.
so he went 6 for 14 from the 3.
That's like shooting 60% from 2. If I just
No, see, you can't do it. So like so he went 6 for 14 from the 3. That's his 3-point percentage. So that means he went 2 for 4. So he shot 50% from the 2.
From the 2.
You can't say, oh, if you add these up, then he will have a 70%. True percentage.
We separate
I
that
understand
shit.
you separate
Keep it separated like normal.
Because
separate but unequal.
True.
no, but when you're adding it all together, you're making it seem like he's having a better shooting night than what he is.
Well, he is if he's making more threes.
No, because you're adding everything together to make that metric.
But threes are worth more than 2.
But we know that.
Okay,
But if you shoot 2 for 10 from 3, and you shoot 4 for 4 from the field, you're having a great night from the field. You're shooting trash from the 3.
Yeah.
Like, but that needs to be understood from a hooper standpoint that you need to stop shooting threes. And you need to go to the cup more.
Well,
but if you're listening to your true percentage, you would keep shooting threes because the percentage is high.
Like Luka, 4
There's
for
where
10.
the cutoff though. What's a good field?
Like Luka,
overall?
so Luka was 4 for 10 from the 3, right?
Shot very well.
40%.
Okay, 40%. And then he's 5, so that means he's 5 for 13 from the field. He's 9 for 23.
Total.
Okay.
But you're gonna make this shit sound amazing.
If he's 9 for 23 shooting all 2s versus what you just broke down.
He steals it's 9 for 2 all 2s. It's still
I don't even think that's over. That's not even. Yeah.
Nobody
nasty.
Nobody telling you to just chuck threes, motherfucker. Stop.
Yeah.
If you 10 for 10 from the if you 10 for 10 from 2s and your ass is 0 for 10 from the 3,
Yeah, that's terrible.
you are 50% from the field.
But this is a good conversation to have, bro. This is a perfect conversation to have.
But that means take some more 2s instead. If you didn't shoot those 10 threes.
But thank you. Stop taking threes. But you're enticing everybody to shoot
with the true
threes
percentage.
because you're doing true percentage because of the threes. You're 3 for 11 from the threes, but you're enhancing more 3-point percent
Just
shooting.
saying it's okay.
It's okay.
It's okay.
If your 3-point,
It's okay, bro.
If your 3-point shooting percentage is trash, I would say take less 3. That's a big issue we have in the league today. Everybody wants to shoot 3s because they're worth more, but if you ain't making them shits, then it doesn't really matter.
It's worth more because you're putting a true percentage.
Yes, they looking at the true percentage.
It's worth more because it's worth more points.
I don't give a fuck.
But we know that 3 is more than 2,
understand
right?
that.
But that's why everyone is happy on the 3-point shot. Everyone's shooting more 3s.
Because that's what the analytics is telling
And they think that, 3 is more than 2. So in a fast break situation, I'm stopping short to shoot a 3 because it's worth more.
Yeah.
But my percentage from 3
fast.
is going to affect the outcome of the game.
Exactly.
Because I had a 2-pointer that I could have got easy.
So you do shit like this. All right, let's say I shot 36% from the 3. You'd be like, well, if you only shot 2s,
It's
you'll be at
54%.
54%. Cap! Some of these motherfuckers can't make layups. You ever thought about that?
Yeah, it's hard
they
to-
can't
it's
make a
hard to make layups in
layup.
the-
You know how hard it is? It's easy to shoot a 3 because there's not fucking people down there.
Yeah.
It's hard. I'd rather shoot a 3 than go there and have to face fucking Shaquille O'Neal.
Oh, God.
So, so
understandable.
my shooting percentage from the layup is not a true 56% because if I had to make all layups going against Shaquille O'Neal, I'm not shooting 56%.
Contested 2s.
That's contested. There's a motherfucker down there trying to smack. I got a pump faking shit. So that is a harder shot because their defense. Me pulling up from the 3 is easier.
Yep.
I understand.
That's the problem.
Even talk about the midi. The midi is the shot that's least practiced in the NBA, right? So they call it an easy contest when you're talking about non-contested 2s. They don't want to take those shots. So the percentage is just going to be way lower.
Because of the distance from the hoop. But if you got a good midi, then that doesn't matter if you're making it.
At all. But if you're taking more middies and you're making more middies, is it going to go high? The
In
percentage
theory, it could be an easier shot if the defense is back there.
Because there's less defense
Yeah, for sure. Yeah, I get it.
Yo,
But so we asked
how do you guys feel about hockey assists? Should that be added to the game?
as an assist?
Yeah.
Fuck
like,
yeah.
Yeah, like you come down, you know you making that play because you see that right there.
Yes.
Like that should be a stat.
Yeah, I'm surprised that hasn't been.
I feel like the hockey, because that,
squares get to work.
Because you got to be smart enough to know.
to see that.
And the guy, even the guy you're passing to, got to know.
Yeah.
Like, boom, boom, hit it to her, bing, bing.
Yeah. The only reason why I bring it up because you said about the defensive stuff about Drew, like knowing certain situations, like you should be rewarded.
And you'll really see who's more valuable in team scoring, right? Like this guy might have 6 assists, but 15 hockey assists.
Yeah, facts.
Right? And the guy that he's passing to might have 10 assists because he's getting it from you. Like, all right, I'm gonna pull him over, boom, make that extra pass. Right?
Man, think about that, the high-low. Yeah. Right? You get the ball on the wing, he's being fronted in the post.
Yep.
Throw it to the guy flash and bang bang. Perfect.
Yeah.
Boom.
That's what I'm saying, yeah.
I'm trying to make this entry. I seen him playing high. I mean, pass it to you, you pass it to him.
We both get the assist for that.
Yeah, just stuff like.
So we asked the chat, could Wemby be the most dominant player ever? 68% said yes. 32% said no. So it will be Wemby's time soon. But speaking of time, do you want a high-quality luxury watch without the luxury price tag? Then you need an Aura watch. And since you know we love to give our fans a plug, Gil's Arena has an exclusive deal available now. You can get up to $100 off a watch and 30% off straps from Aura by using our special promo code. All you got to do is go to aura.watch/GilsArena. That's Aura, AURA.watch/GilsArena and use the code GIL. There's also a QR code on the screen right now if you want to head straight there. But if you do, make sure you come back after you get your luxury timepiece. So you can see some close-ups of a few of Aura's newest products. On the left side of your screen, you have the ultra-thin mirror watch, which I'm also rocking on my wrist. You can see the high-polished mirrored finish. The other 2 watches are the Skeleton 002 Frost in both frosted steel and frosted rose, which Rashad and Brandon are rocking. Notable features include frosted finish, stainless steel, and a multicolored gemstone bezel. There's some baller-ass watches. Shout out to our crew, too, for putting this great promo together. Aura, cut the check.
You like that?
Okay, look at that. Shit, glittery, shiny. Go ahead and get you a watch. Help us stay in business. There's no limit to how many watches you can get with the discount code. So get them for your family, friends, your special work, or whoever else needs one. So now let's do the Aura countdown question of the day. We are going to put 3 minutes on the clock. You gentlemen have 3 minutes. Hopefully we can stay within the time frame. So here's the question.
False. True. Yes.
Cool. Stop deep.
It's like the SATs or even just put it in.
Abracadabra.
Done. Niggas look up like, yeah, your ass failed. Get the fuck.
He'll be back.
Hey, you knew you were taking them tests and you looked over.
You looked over like,
he's not getting it.
first motherfucker get up to hand in their test.
His ass will be
You
back
failed.
next
You
year.
failed, nigga.
Stupid ass. He'll be back.
Rest in peace, Ricky, from Boys in the Hood. At least he passed his. So, which of the 4 remaining teams winning the title would make for the best narrative? So, which of the 4 remaining teams winning the title would make for the best narrative between the Wolves, Mavs, Pacers, or Celtics? Start the clock. Have at it.
For the best narrative, I'm going to go with Dallas.
Why would Luka and the Mavs winning the title make for the best narrative?
Because of how hot they started last year, bringing on Kyrie and all the negative attention that Kyrie got, and how he ruins teams everywhere he goes, that narrative.
That was okay.
Yeah, so the fact that, if they win it, how of a unsung hero he will become.
Yeah. And also just that narrative, you can't win without Bron. You tried to go to Boston, you tried to go to the Nets and do it with these
And then
super
on the other
teams.
end, you get the Euro. Euro's dominating.
Your favorite.
Boom, you know what I mean? You get both.
Facts.
I mean, for me, I
That
was
is
going to
interesting.
say Dallas too, but I'm gonna say Minnesota.
Oh.
I like Ant-Man, the young. I think he's the face of the league, and I think just the way he's been approaching the game and been dominating. I think it'd just be a beautiful story too, because it's like the future is bright.
Yeah, Minnesota first
But I
championship
do like
in
that
franchise
Dallas
history.
one though. That's what I was gonna say about the Dallas thing with Kyrie. It's like being if they win it, a lot of people are gonna have to owe him an apology.
Yeah.
Seriously,
He beating the drum. Let's get it. Rashad. Which of the 4 remaining teams winning the title would make for the best narrative?
Boston.
Yeah.
Boston for sure.
That is your squad.
Yeah. I mean, since they ain't won since 2009, was that the year they won?
Oh, wait. Yeah, Lakers went back to
08
back
was the
9
last
and 10.
championship, and then before that it was 80s. So Boston is due to prestige and legacy. Jason Tatum and Jaylen Brown been there 7 years, 5, 6, 7 years trying to get there. trying to be the face of the league, matching up against a guy like Ant-Man and Luka. I think, you look at the dynamic between all three of those superstars. You're like, damn, somebody got to win it. Who should win it?
Yeah.
Who we would be surprised to win it? I think those are surprises.
Yeah.
I think Tatum is the one we like. Hey, you gotta win it. You gotta.
There's more pressure on them.
Yeah. So the narrative behind that would be, I think, like dreamlike for him in Boston Celtics.
Yeah, for that narrative, so they can shut up.
Nobody
they
rocking
don't.
with-
They
Oh,
don't.
They gotta move around.
Yeah.
They gotta move Tatum. They gotta move Tatum if he don't win, man.
Nobody rocking with the Pacers?
That's nasty work,
Nasty
man.
work.
That's
Nasty
nasty
work.
work.
They don't have no. I mean, they don't have no backline, so there's no drama inside.
Miles Turner getting his first ring, Gil?
No, but what I'm
No,
saying
but
is
do
you
that
come up
for
with the best narrative. There's no
TJ McConnell?
There's no drama. There's
Oh,
just
no.
just a young.
Rick Carlisle, it's Dirty Rick.
The mask.
Rick and Morty looking ass.
Liar, liar.
Just liar.
Oh, well, that was
Wait, hold on. Did y'all just beep the horn and there's 25 seconds left?
Gil, that show, we are time delay from when you see it. That's why the chat be a little delayed sometimes.
Okay, my bad.
So you gotta, So make sure you go to aura.watch/Gil's Arena. Use promo code Gil. Go ahead and get the plug on the watch. Shout out Aura. They say we were doing QVC level promos. We are expanding and growing as a show, ladies and gentlemen. We got to keep these lights on. Got to keep our producers and crew and staff paid.
Don't tempt us. Well, we got too much creative brains over here. We'll come.
If you act right now, I'm giving away 3 for no. I'm just kidding. But we had a big game last night. Brandon, your prediction almost came true. Almost. But almost only good in horseshoes and hand grenades.
Yeah.
So Pacers pulled up to Boston Tuesday night after a Game 7 win over the Knicks Sunday. Many thought they would be a cakewalk for the Celtics, who have yet to face a real challenge this postseason. Things looked bleak early as the Celtics jumped out to a 12-0 lead, but the Pacers bounced back and were a few miscues away from stealing Game 1. Let's take a look at the highlights. So the game was tied at 64 at the half, and Celtics led by as much as 13 in the third quarter. Pacers battled back, and Halliburton 3 cut the deficit to 1 heading in the fourth. Pacers went on a 7-0 run to take a 4-point lead with a little over 4 minutes remaining in the game. And then we're up as much as 5 when the Celtics started to battle back. Drew Holiday had a huge game. We'll talk about that in a second. But Nembhard hit a big jumper to put the Pacers up 3. And then, with 10 seconds left, Nembhard tried to end the ball to Siakam. Brown with the big defense. Turnover. Celtics get the ball back. And then you know what happened here. Siakam, hands behind his back. Underneath his crack, gets a Jaylen Brown jumper right to the grill to send the game to overtime. So after going 2 for 7 in the fourth quarter, Jason Tatum woke up in overtime, scoring 10 of the Celtics' 16 points, including a big 3 to put the Celtics up 4 with 42 seconds remaining. He also had this.
Oh, shit.
Put back. Oh, there we go. And TJ McConnell
That was it right there.
wanted nothing to do with it. But yeah, with a little over 40 seconds remaining, nice step back 3. Celtics went on to win the game. Tatum led the Celtics with 36 points, 12 rebounds, 3 steals. Jaylen Brown had 26 points, 7 rebounds, 5 assists, and 3 steals. And Drew Holiday had a season-high 28 points, along with 7 rebounds, 8 assists, 3 steals. Pacers had 7 players in double figures, led by Halliburton, who bounced back from 2 nasty game 1s this postseason. He had 25 and 10. Siakam had 24, 12, 7 assists. Miles Turner, big game with 23 points, 10 rebounds. Celtics had 32 points off the Pacers' 21 turnovers, shot 20 more free throws in the game. Proved to 7-0 this season when coming off at least 3 days rest. And in the postseason, they've won 5 straight games on the Pacers. So we got to go back to that big play at the end of regulation. After the game, even LeBron didn't understand why the Pacers didn't foul Brown before his game-tying 3 to send it to OT.
Why you didn't switch that right there?
Let's look at it again.
I would have switched that too.
Boom.
Rewind.
But why you didn't
Rewind. Okay, stop it right there.
switch it?
This is. It starts off with Halliburton.
Absolutely.
Right.
What are you doing?
One, you're always taught to cut off the baseline
Period.
side,
Man.
right? So the fact
Push
that
everything,
he's like a 2 doesn't beat you right here, right? So we always do. There's 5 seconds, right? You count 3 before you switch, right? So if you're cutting off the 1, 2, 3, then you get onto the ball, right? So the fact that he's the one who's giving his space for that shot here. So it starts with him first.
Facts.
Yeah, he has to cut that baseline pass off.
The fact that he's looking around is weird as fuck to me. Like, you're supposed to know that's the only place the ball can go.
Rewind it right now, right there. That is great defense. I'm sorry, like Siakam, right? He didn't bite on it. He didn't try to block it. He didn't foul. We've seen a bunch of games where SGA tried to block this shot and fouled him. Jaylen Brown making his shot.
I mean, the only thing I would say is Siakam maybe getting his hands up to contest, but even that.
What I'm saying is,
difficult. I mean, that's a
you
good
don't.
shot.
But if you,
Because that, like the way he's shooting it with his elbows forward, that could have easily been a foul. So the fact that
and it looked like it could have even still been a
it could
foul.
have still been a foul. So you don't want to even give that a chance. Jaylen Brown shooting that type of shot.
And I'm be real, it still looks like a foul.
Hey, that's a good shot.
He altered the shot.
That's a hell of a shot.
So
It is, but
That's good defense, though, too.
So
That's the kind
Bridget,
of shots you want. That's the kind of shot you want.
Yeah.
In crunch time like that, and
You want.
clean look. It's a clean look.
Yeah, his athleticism.
All he's thinking is let me get up here and
Yeah.
get a clean look, and I can knock it down.
Because I mean, that's what I said. Siakam didn't even bite on it, right? It's
I'll just say hands up. I think it's the only.
Because if that was Klay Thompson, if that was Tatum right there, he would have probably jumped past him.
Facts.
Gave him an open three.
Yeah.
You know, so the fact that he did stay down, like you can't be upset with a good player making a difficult shot, right? You have to be upset with just how you played it, the out of bounds, right? When you're going back in film, right? You're talking about the out of bounds part first, right? That's where you fuck up. You fucked up on the out of bounds. You know, maybe switch it there.
Yeah.
And those are really the things that you can take from it.
But they lost the game before that. They lost the game to play before that. Go back to the play before that. The Siakam hit it out of bounds play.
Right here, just now.
That's the play.
Yeah.
Rewind a little bit.
So the inbounds, but Halliburton had a
Right
costly
here.
turnover.
All right, listen. First of all, where is the ball at? Where we're going, right?
Yep.
We have a timeout. It's 10 seconds to go. Look where we got the ball.
Mm-hmm.
The fact that we got everybody up here in the front court. No one's coming directly to the ball. I'm calling a timeout. Rick, fortunately enough, came out and took accountability
we'll talk
for
about that in
the
a
thing
second.
that he fucked up on. But this is the thing that lost him the game. You're up 3.
Mm-hmm.
You got the ball with 10 seconds to go. There's no way you fucked this up. As a team in Boston, up 3, 10 seconds to go, timeout. No one's open.
That's a tough pass.
We waiting for that, and he's going out of bounds. He's going the wrong way.
Yeah, that's a tough pass.
Siakam to me is like, yo, what are you doing?
and then Tyrese, like, what are you?
Rewind that again.
Y'all all in places where it's hard to catch the ball. Tyrese runs to the corner.
Yeah.
Why?
Go a little bit more.
Yeah, he takes we head towards the Pacers bench and then takes an angle back.
Right there, good play.
No, rewind. Okay, so obviously,
Would you throw it like this?
no, that pass should have been go,
Tyrese
keep going. Now go forward a little bit. Who's that bottom dude? Who's Tatum got? He's beat. Okay, he switches it. Drew has it, right? Yeah.
No.
I guess Siakam come to them.
He came late too.
Yeah, Derek White. See, that Derek White messed, yeah.
See, but I probably would have went to Tyrese and got it right back.
But Derek played it right. He played it the way you're supposed to when you're in that situation. That's why you have to call it.
Yeah, rewind. Now, this is what we was talking about on defense, right? Derek White don't get no credit for this, right? So he switches, and then he stops this. That would have been an easy pass. He stops it just for a little bit, right? So now he can't make that pass to him. He's looking at his eyes. He's stopping Siakam pass and making Siakam keep coming.
Yep.
Now Brown makes a great defense.
What would make Siakam want to go touch that ball again though?
Because he probably thought he hit it.
He thought he hit it.
He thought he hit it last.
Yeah. And he was settling as he kind of
Did he?
I think, yeah.
Even if he
it was
didn't
hard to tell. It was hard to tell on that replay.
I don't know.
But like you mentioned, so after the game, both Rick Carlisle and Halliburton were willing to take the blame for the loss.
Well, I love the way our guys fought in this game. This loss is totally on me. With 10 seconds in regulation, we should have just taken the timeout, advanced the ball, and found a way to get it in and made a free throw or two and ended the game.
That's not on him. That's not on him. Us as players, we got to do a better job. I had 2 bad turnovers that I feel like cost us the game, one in fourth and one in overtime. So, I understand he's protecting us, protecting, me as well. But I'll take that more than he should. I got to be better, and I will be better in game 2, and we'll respond the right way.
B.
It's not Rick, right? He could call timeout. He could trust his team, right? The ref is behind him. Ref is watching the play, so to get the ref attention, to call that timeout is. Look, as a group, they messed up. It was no different than when Cleveland got that offensive rebound and they want to blame JR, right? That's everybody's fucking problem, right? Not knowing that he was going to get the rebound and call a timeout. If we get an offensive rebound, put it back up or call a timeout. That wasn't even on the coaching staff's mind, right? So it's everybody at the same time. So.
And I hate when that happens though. Like that you go brain dead. It's like, bro, why are we going brain dead? Like, everybody should know what we. Why does that happen? Like
because we talk, we tell ourselves, and I know how JR was thinking. Just get the offensive rebound, get the offensive rebound, get the offensive rebound, get the offensive rebound, get the offensive rebound. He gets it. He didn't think about anything else. Like, I got it. Shit. And it happens.
The expectation is for the coach to call timeout.
Yes.
When I get it, I'm looking around like, all right, now what?
You put so much emphasis on doing it that you didn't think about, what if I actually got this shit? What am I supposed to do? Right. And that happens. I need to get the steal. If I just get the steal, Gil. And then you don't really have a
And that's
counter.
the thing in college, that you're taught in those situations to call timeout.
Yeah, because you guys always huddle up.
Right? And the coach is saying, hey, listen, we get the rebound, call timeout.
If he misses it and we get it, call timeout.
Why we don't huddle up like that in the NBA? Like why did?
Because it's professional.
Because we come out of the timeout.
We already know. We're supposed to know. But think about it. A lot of niggas leave the timeout and they didn't even.
But I'm gonna say they still don't be knowing either.
Paying attention.
I'll say they still. I've been in timeouts where it's like they still don't even know. Dude wrote the play. You be like, yo, he just wrote.
It's that self-talk that's what I'm saying. You're telling yourself to do, and that's all you're really focused on.
Yep.
That's all you're focused on.
It's just crazy how we go brain dead for like 5 seconds. It's like,
nobody.
We didn't know.
Just like when, I need to miss the free throw. Mm-hmm. Like that person has he has a part 2 to I need to miss it, then I'm gonna throw it here, right? He knows what he wants to do with it. It's like, all right, miss it, then what? No, I'm gonna miss it and then throw it here. So when it happens, he got it.
Yep.
Right. And sometimes we be so narrow-minded that we forget that. There's something else to do after we get the shit.
And you got to think about the experience, right? They so young, and I honestly feel this, and this is no knock on Rick, but Rick panicked. Rick is experienced enough to know what the fuck to do in these moments, and he fucking panicked.
He can't. The coach, he ain't out there, man.
But he panicked not to call the timeout because it's a situation. The situation, 10 seconds on the clock. We up 3. This is our game. What are the end of game situations that I'm going to put my team in to solidify we win? We already in an advantage. It's advantage. The only way we lose is a 5-second call because we don't know how to get the ball in. You ain't tell your guys. If you cannot get it in, call timeout. So the fact that Siakam comes late, breaking to the ball, and this is the last thought. If you're an experienced player, Nembhard is not, he a rookie? Second year.
You don't know.
If you're Thaddeus Young or who, I can't remember who on that
he
bitch.
played
If you're
championship.
James Johnson, if you're James Johnson taking that ball out, you're not risking throwing that pass.
One, it's a horrible lineup in a sense of how you're. Go back to the beginning. Stop. Wait. Go back. So how they lined up in the first place, right? What is this?
What is that? It
What
should
is
be
this?
lined up like we usually do. Line up, straight line, break.
Right here.
That's easy to guard though.
What I'm saying is, who you supposed to be passing the ball to? Who are you looking for? If you're looking for Halley, you should already know they're going to switch and Drew's going to be. Then you have Siakam. Siakam, you're in the way. You're in the way. You're in the way right now for any. If the defense fucks up, like let's say Jason Tatum falls while dude's taking off, Brown can cover both you guys. So either you got to go past the garden sign closer to the baseline, or you got to come down too. There's no room. It's easily guardable right here. Now I can tell you what a very elite mind would have did a Jason Kidd, a Steve Nash, a Chris Paul, a Luka. They would have bounced it off of Luka, off his back.
Yeah, I'm about to say, that's what I would have did.
Drew Holiday's playing bad defense right now.
But
is he too far to make that point?
No,
because he can't see shit.
But I understand. You gotta throw it hard off his head.
I understand. Yeah, because I was thinking the same thing, but I'm also like, is this dude a little bit too far?
That's only certain minds would do that.
That can pull it off.
I don't give a fuck type because I'm not doing it.
Right.
I'm not doing it because
I'm not gonna risk it.
I don't know how to fucking hit his shoulder. I'm not accurate like that goddamn. I put around hitting the back of his shoulder. He would have got that bitch and spell like, oh,
you got Nembhard a second year dude. I'm just saying that if Drew's a little bit closer, it makes more sense because even if it's a janky off the back, I'm gonna still be able to get it.
Yeah.
That's far enough where it could die.
But that's what I said. That's only Hallie. If Hallie was in that situation, that's his type of play.
And should he have been taking the ball out?
I think Siakam takes the ball out. It gives us 3 guards to run around and get the ball.
It's just a bad situation. Now, even like if you have Hallie right there, right? He can just pop in the corner and get the ball because right now we know if we get the ball, defense is going to try to go for the steal first, then foul, right? They don't have enough time to keep trying to swipe for the ball. So once it goes in, they have about 2 seconds to do something. Try to strip it. If you can't, hurry up and foul. So we have about 8 seconds left. So if I'm Rick, I don't know. Because you can't advance the ball right here anyway if you call time.
Yeah, you can.
You can't advance the ball right here.
Yes.
Can you advance it after?
Yes, because remember the ball came, the way that they got the ball here was from a dead ball situation.
I thought you called a timeout. No,
it was a dead ball
situation. Oh,
so now
you
they
call
can
a timeout and
advance it. So think about this though.
Okay.
Oh, they could.
Think about this. In this situation right now.
So he could have advanced it either after 3 seconds. I don't see
timeout. Advance it. Now you have to throw it.
Rick did. Yeah.
Rick fucked up.
So, but putting Nembhard a second-year dude in that situation, I feel like
he's a professional basketball player.
I understand, Gil, but
he's a professional basketball player. This starts with everybody, the way they're lined up, the way Siakam is right there, and the way if I'm looking at this lineup, I'm calling the timeout anyway.
And that's my point.
Right here, just like, timeout.
I don't like this. I don't like it.
Timeout. This looks.
But Rick has to understand one thing and one thing only in this possession. Boston is dead. Their energy is dead. They're down 3. If they get the ball in and they foul, right? What happens? We go to the free throw. We go to the free throw war.
Yeah.
It's 10 seconds. So if we make 2 free throws, up 3, it's the 2-possession game.
Make 1, you're up 4.
Bro, it's over. Y'all have to do some miraculous shit to win the game. It's literally we funked it up.
Like even where the ref is, right? Where the refs is placed, Hallie could have faked up and went that way.
Yeah.
And just
right there, I'm sitting here, and all I do is just got to fake because Derek White has to push me there. Hit him with the little touch. I ain't got to push him. Stop it. Boom. Take off. What happened to the old Stu lazy shit?
Just give me the rock.
Throw it to my hand, bro. Throw it to my hand. I mean, they're not the biggest, but sometimes simple is good, right?
Yep.
Who is that? I don't even know who that is.
Who? Which one?
Neesmith?
That's Neesmith. Right? Neesmith, get the fuck out of there. One, you get the fuck on the other side. Let Hallie be right there. Now let Drew double me.
Yep.
Right? Now you're forcing Drew to actually play me now.
Yep.
So if I'm sitting there, pop into the corner, now you get to look here and throw here and then go back and get it.
Yep.
Like you need to force Drew. He's playing middleman. He's playing the safety right now.
Yep.
So if you get Neesmith out of there and it's just Hallie back here at the free throw line, now Drew has to play more to me.
But you see in this possession right here, they didn't really practice these type of situations.
No, hell no.
They never practiced.
There's no way that's a play. They ain't no play.
no goddamn play.
They just went out. They was.
So think about how prepared you got to be in practice. If we're actually, last 5 seconds of the game, the situation. Hey, listen, guys, the last 10 minutes of practice, we're doing situations only. Side out of bounds, situation. situation. Underneath out of bounds. Situation. 3 seconds left. What play are we running? What's the play we're gonna run to get open?
I used to listen. It's free throw time, dog. I'm telling you, this is free throw time, right? That means when they foul, we getting 2 free throws.
Out of ice.
Motherfucker, I don't give a fuck what coach can. You go. I'm by myself because I want to be fouled so I can shoot the free
So
throw.
I can get the-
That's what selfishness. See, selfishness makes this play work.
Facts.
No, you in my way because if you get open, you get the ball. You ain't a good free
And
throw.
you ain't a good free throw shooter. I don't trust you.
That's
I don't
true.
trust you.
I mean, that
And that should be Holly's whole mentality. Be like, y'all get down there.
Yeah.
Y'all all go down. Let me get it. I got it.
Yeah, especially plays like that with 10 seconds left, you always know who got the big nut.
Yeah.
Period.
Because motherfuckers be running away from that ball now.
They do not
Right.
want it. And then when you get it, you walk into the free throw line like,
I've seen plenty of times where it'd be like me and like Antonio Daniels as the guards, right? That's the play. Karan would be like, hey,
you're back.
Antonio, you take my spot. Shit, I'm getting to this ball. Cause he's like, I ain't got my 20 yet.
Need a 2.
You know, he to be honest, he was our best free throw shooter.
Right, no.
Right? So, but if there's technicals, I'm not letting him shoot it because I want
need
the
that.
points.
Yeah, I need
unless
that.
he's struggling. Right. But on plays like that and they're fouling at the end, for sure Karan is switching that play to get that. But nobody complains
but
because
that's
he's the best
winning
free throw
basketball,
shooter.
though. Like,
But
if I'm the
that's
best
also
free throw
leadership,
shooter,
bro.
give me the ball.
Give me the ball.
hit.
That's what I said. This is when
winning basketball,
selfishness kick in.
Yeah.
But they fucked up. You know, they got to live with it.
I mean, it might. I mean,
And there were other opportunities before that. Halliburton had the turnover and they were up 3. They got I think Tatum missed and they got it and he dribbled off his foot.
Yeah,
or
that
something.
part.
Dribbled off his foot. Right.
They had like 5 turnovers in the final 5:30 of fourth quarter and overtime. More turnovers than field goals.
But before we turn it over, one thing that I did say is that Boston can't come in this motherfucker lethargic, playing like that the Indiana Pacers not gonna come to play. Even if the 6 days off, 8 days off, don't matter how many days off, they came in there.
They should
That
have
12-0 run had everybody like, look, this is what it's supposed to be. I know Gil was over there like, kick their ass.
Yep.
But then they got back in the game because the pace of the game is what Indiana play. They play like that.
Well, same thing in the third quarter. Celtics go up 13 right now. It's like,
It's over with.
It was a
Pacers should've
few
got this
shots away from being over.
Period.
Yeah,
Period.
Pacers should have got. They needed this game.
They needed it.
They needed the game.
But
That's why I called it.
Think about how close you are to that game going into the next game. Like, we can beat them.
No.
And I feel the same way you feel.
No, it's harder
But
now.
it's fool's gold for them. It's like we feel like we can beat them because we were so close, but they really played bad. Like Boston didn't play great, but Drew Holiday played great.
And that becomes the thing when you try to tell yourselves that if we clean up our turnovers, right, we can win the next game. True. But the problem is, offensively and defensively, y'all played great.
Yep. The best you can play.
54% from the field, 37% from
Everybody you needed to play well, played well. 7 guys in double figures. Everyone played. You had 3 people with doubles. You had big fella hitting his shots, dominating 10 rebounds. You know, he don't usually 10 rebounds, and then the other team shot horrible.
Yep.
And y'all lost it on turnovers.
In the overtime.
Now, when you tell yourself, we clean up the turnovers, are y'all gonna be able to shoot like that? Y'all, all 7 of y'all gonna be able to play well like that. That becomes a problem because now you need Jason Tatum to play bad.
Yeah, play bad.
And you play good.
Yeah.
So we got a special guest
They had a chance.
Yeah, they did.
making his debut in the arena. He was a first-round pick by the Pistons in 1986 out of Georgia Tech. Went on to play 11 seasons in the league, winning 4 championships in his career. 2 with the Bad Boy Pistons, 1 with the 96 Bulls, and 1 with the 2000 Lakers. He's also an accomplished actor, going from a bad boy on the court to co-starring in Bad Boys 1 and 2 as Fletcher with them thick-ass glasses.
Big-ass glasses.
John Salley, welcome to Gil's Arena.
How you doing? Thank you.
What's going on, brother? How you doing?
What up? Big Bassett.
What's up, Doc?
What's happening?
What's up, baby?
What's new?
You don't sit your big ass down.
Show big ass. I just like,
One of my favorite.
This is not.
First time in the arena, what you thinking?
This is unbelievable. Gil does some amazing things. Go-karts, art, jerseys I'm stealing, a whole bunch of stuff.
How you doing? You good?
Life is good. What's happening?
nothing much, man. Just here.
Thank you.
Thank you for pulling up, man. Taking time out of your schedule to come through.
Oh yeah. I was smoking weed, and I said,
We see them eyes.
Like a lot
might
of
as
people
well
on
go
this.
smoke somebody else's weed. That's what I was promised.
That's what I was promised.
Can
Last
y'all
year, you
get
got a
John
lot of
Salley the
weed.
weed, please? Can you get him his weed? We paying weed on this show, but just talking about Eastern Conference Finals Game 1. What are your impressions on that game?
I think JB proved to everybody why he's the highest paid player by taking the shot and having the big, they knew something. If anybody questions it now, they're idiots, because he definitely is a killer. And without his, he even called his teammate out. He even said, yo, when Jason finally woke up.
He did say that. I heard that.
He said he
I
woke
heard
up.
that.
We were going to talk about
Said,
a little
"Ooh,
sneak diss.
shit."
He finally woke up in overtime. Tatum 2 for 7 in that fourth quarter, came back with 10 points in overtime, but was about to get packed up by Celtics fans if that game would have ended in a loss with that level of fourth quarter play.
You might be on to something.
I'm telling you, he got to move around.
You on to something?
Jason Tatum got to move around, man.
What, this summer? If they don't win it?
Hey, Jaylen Brown proving. Jaylen Brown proving he can do it.
Jaylen Brown proved.
I don't see it, but
But look, do you let him walk like LeBron?
Jason Tatum?
No, you don't let nobody walk.
That's what I'm saying. So if you're gonna pay him, he's got to prove that you can do something. Let's win it. If you don't win it and he leaves and doesn't re-sign, if he doesn't re-sign,
Then I got to trade Jaylen Brown. The fuck?
why won't you just trade Tatum before he?
Tatum for who?
Tatum
For
is
a lot.
because Tatum
For
is
pieces.
You can't
For
trade the
something.
face, man. You can't trade
No, you ain't getting nothing back.
You gotta go
More
look.
the face.
You gotta go look. You gotta go look.
Like the problem is, I'm glad he finally woke up. Right? We can say that about everybody. That's why
about him.
I'm glad I have you. So when I'm not playing well, you playing well, and then
That's why we gave you all that bread, Jaylen.
Would the Cleveland Cavaliers ever thought or think about trading LeBron James at any point during that run? Just getting to the finals. Losing in the finals and then saying, we ain't about to trade no LeBron James, but then he leaves in free agency.
Why do you think trading is the way? Just let me tell you, everything takes time, right? When you're a baby, you get to a point where you crawl, then you get happy when you stand up, and then all of a sudden they start running. But it's a process. So when you get to the point of 1 year you lose in the championship, you run into the situation with your coach, you don't make it, you come back now knowing how to get there. I don't think trading is the mentality. I think you got to stick with, you got to add to it. And if you add to it, I think if you add to it, but now I don't think they need to add anything. I think the Celtics are going to win the championship, truthfully. I really think they're going to get to the point, unless, nobody gets hurt on the Timberwolves, then I'm going to get a
But
new jersey.
you're like me, right? They've had the experience of winning and losing,
Right.
and getting there and failing. With their age, it's like at some point they're hitting on the door. So when they be like, "Yo, trade this person, get rid of it, break it up," like to do what then?
Yeah, because you break it up. The Clippers been breaking up things forever,
Yeah.
and that's not the mentality. You have to build on it, just like Timberwolves built on their situation. You have to build on it to get to a point and win it.
What team in the NBA history has not broken up the crew?
And that's the
Detroit
problem.
Pistons, Chicago Bulls, the Boston Celtics, the Los Angeles Lakers.
They
Tim
ended up
Duncan,
breaking, they ended up
San
breaking them up.
Antonio- San Antonio
They ended up
Spurs-
breaking them up.
Spurs? Huh?
Ended
No,
up breaking
they
them up.
add to it. They add to it, and then you got to figure your way in. Like we didn't know, you guys did. Kawhi was going to be what he was going to be. I didn't know. I just thought he was an unbelievable player, and then I started watching him, and I was like, boy, Pop snuck this kid in, but he didn't. Everybody else knew, but according to being seen on television, I see it at that.
Since the 2000s, there hasn't been a team that stuck it out and stuck together due to whatever trio you done put together, how many championships they won together, it always breaks up.
Yeah.
I mean, you could say that Warriors.
What about the early days with Kobe and Shaq? Kobe and Shaq,
But that's what I'm saying.
they stayed together.
But the young, that's what happens sometimes.
Didn't they?
Who?
Kobe
Then they split.
When they're old, that's what I'm saying, when you're older, but when you're young and you're talking about 22, 23, around that age, and you still got years, breaking it up just to do what? I'd be asking.
Kobe was
to do-
23 when they broke up,
You get
right?
rid of Tatum to bring who in?
Yeah.
To then do the same thing, get to the Eastern Conference, do this and do this, because whoever that is ain't got the experience.
Yeah, it is, because you're looking at all the players in the top 15 and top 10.
Who's been to the Eastern Conference Finals
All
five
of the
times out
players in
7?
the top 10, the top 15. If you lose LeBron James due to free agency, he goes to play for the Miami Heat and win championships because you didn't get nothing for him, and he was going to leave.
I did. No, I did a trade. That was the dumbest thing that they did. Sign and trade. See, that was the thing back then. They're signing and trading. I'm never going to sign and trade, ever. Right? I'm not going to give you 120 and then, no, it says if you go there, you got to sign for 90 million. Now, that's a decision for your ass. Because if I sign you for your max and then trade you because I'm scared to lose you, no, the real loss is you not getting 120. That's $30 million difference. Go.
But the fear should be this then. If you're Boston,
Kawhi did that.
If you're Boston and you don't win the championship this year, and the NBA gets harder to get back to where you've gotten for the last 5 years, and you do not get back there to even have a chance to, what are we looking at now? Just a good team with 2 good players that had a chance that didn't make it? Do we not look at the new foundation of the Boston Celtics now that we've seen this? We've seen this 7 years and we never got over the hump.
Who's the new foundation? My number 2 option?
The fact that you're not going to be able to get back to where you were.
Says who?
Says the schedule, says the talent.
So I'm going to get rid of the better player and the younger player.
No, I'm not. This is what I'm saying. If you don't get it done this year, you're looking at Embiid being healthy, you're looking at Dame being healthy, you're looking at Giannis, you're looking at the East. We don't know what changes they may make, bringing other good players from the West over to the East. It's going to be more difficult. This is the easiest roadmap for you to get this shit done, where we won't even question getting rid of you. But if you don't get it done,
why do I? But what I'm saying is, why am I feel like I'm Dallas Mavericks. I just tied it up 2-2, and then I decided to bring Giddey off the bench. I won the game. What the fuck am I altering my team for? Why am I altering my team? And because I lost in the championship. I can get better. So we're just gonna. You talking about everybody else getting better? Embiid's healthy. Even with Embiid's healthy, they can't beat us. We've been to the Eastern Conference Finals, not them. Right. So why do I care about a team who can't even get out of the second round?
How much better can you get? Like you said, it's a good enough team to win.
I can bring. How many free agents is up?
Not no difference maker.
I lose.
And different maker.
Boston's already got 187 million committed in salary.
Okay, so let's go to the thought though. The thought is, and I like you saying this, Ra. If we don't win a championship, we got to break the squad up. But you guys are forgetting. You remember in baseball, you just had to win the pennant, and then if you didn't win the championship, at least you won the pennant. You guys have to realize, as long as you stay in the top 5, top 6, you're forgetting it's business. You're selling more jerseys. You're getting more commercials. They don't really. I'm not gonna say they. Winning the championship for some people, when you got 18 hanging, not that important. Yeah, it's making sure that you can now sell to your season ticket holders and sell more jerseys.
Your possibility.
And Embiid being healthy. I gotta ask y'all something because y'all play in this. Why does AD and Embiid, why are they on the floor so much? Why do they fall on the ground?
Because they're goofy.
Have you ever seen big men fall that much?
Not that much.
Never.
Why?
They ain't got no balance. They goofy.
Well, how?
AD's a little dude who got big.
Right, that's what I said. AD ain't even supposed to be that tall. He grew. He had a growth spurt, so he out there dangling.
You can see the still. I mean, it's wobbly. Yeah. It's wobbly.
He just dangling.
It's like they're not playing. They're not playing strong when they need to play strong. Right? It's like they're always. It's like you know how guards. Yeah. Right? We're coming in like jump, trying to get hit and doing. It's like they're trying to get a foul, and they're not going up strong for that play. They're going in with the ideal of getting fouled.
Trying to sell the call by falling.
Like me, I'm hitting the floor. And you ever play with Antonio Daniels? And he lived on the floor because he's trying to get fouled the whole time. So he's coming in wild. That's how they're playing. They're playing with a wilder style, trying to force fouls. And when they don't get it, motherfucker move it out of the way. Here you go.
Could you play in today's game?
Yeah.
Yeah?
Because they don't have y'all back. They don't have y'all back there anymore. They don't have Shaq.
Could you play?
I could play. I'd be up here talking about why I didn't make the All-Star team. Like, you can't touch me, and I go to the basket, and y'all gonna buy me food at Ruth's Chris? Man,
A delicious restaurant.
y'all gonna buddy up after?
Buddy up after.
Dude, I literally had Oakley throwing things at me at a nightclub one time, and I was like, I'm gonna have to punch him and run, and it ain't gonna work, but I'm gonna have to. Like I said, I don't know if we could play in today's game, but I know the fact that y'all let 7'4" people shoot threes, I think my coaches would have stopped practice, made us run suicides. That's the thing when you go back and forth the line. No,
I was in 2000.
Oh, that's right. I sometimes I don't get it. I see it. You was always this big, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, you born like that. So I don't came out like that.
Super up. Came out like that.
I don't know, man. I see it differently. And when I watch it, like, and I hear it too, right? I hear when you guys when people talk about as if they're taking one piece and putting it there, and that one piece is going to perform right every time. If you don't have a bench and somebody to come in and light fires, you're not going to get it done.
Do you think that it's bad for the game not to have those elements of a big man that plays traditional big man basketball instead of the 7'3", 4, 7-footer shooting threes, changing the dynamic of what the spacing used to be?
Yeah.
Inside out. Playing inside out was a thing because it was an advantage for the team who could do it the most efficiently.
We were blessed that we had Bill Lambier, because Bill Lambier would lay wood on somebody, grab, pause.
Rebound. No Diddy.
No,
That's why y'all are looking at me. I'm minding my business.
He's seen you.
I really hope.
He's seen you. Look over here.
I was just confused.
He's seen you.
We can't use the no Diddy on this no more. I told you that's more of a physical thing now.
Okay, so now
he would play physical, grab rebounds, but if you didn't play him, he would shoot a three.
Yep.
So that was a technique, and I guess that technique has moved on. But I think about this. I think about the way you play. I mean, y'all are the last of that era. Now everybody is playing exactly like you guys set up the blueprint. If you were in between and you can't shoot a three and dunk on a 7-footer, you can't play in the league.
Yeah, facts.
The lead has changed.
I was around when he can take credit for it or we can blame him for it. Shaquille O'Neal is the reason the game is the way it is today, right? But nobody realized that. When you could not guard him with 1, 2, or 3 people, right? Think about 93, 94 when he was becoming who he was. Think about all the big men that came into the league that were 5s, that said, yeah, I'm going to the 4.
I did.
That's crazy. That's crazy. That's crazy.
I came in and I'm playing for Miami, and I started losing my hair, so I started growing these little twists, like trying to get the last bit. And we walked in and he said, "No, we all gonna be ball. We're gonna be a team." And I shaved my head, and Shaq still gave us 20 and 20. And Ronnie Cycli got the Shakita flu. You know what that is? Every time Shaq plays, the itis. And I was like, God, this kid is amazing. And you can't foul him all the time. And he did change how everybody else moved. But you know who else? I was amazed you used to score so much. Like, I would have somebody would have really hit you back in the day. Like the way you score, and then you would have.
I loved it though.
You would.
See, I played football, so I love aggression. The reason that it was easy for me is because I was more fortunate than everyone. We didn't have a scoring big. So I was kind of like Isaiah Thomas, where the offense was generated between the guards. So Antoine Jameson, Larry Hughes, Richard Jefferson. We didn't pass the ball to Eric Dampier, and then Antoine Jameson was a pick and pop guy before there was a pick and pop guy, right? So when we did pick and roll, it was pick and pop or take it because we didn't have to wait for the offense, pass it to the big man, get out of there. So my second year, coach was like, all right, we're gonna run 2 plays for the big man and then guards take over. So I became a scorer versus somebody like Tony Parker, Tim Duncan, Dave Robinson. He has to throw the ball. So I was more of an attack mode, and it was gonna be hard to get me out of that.
Why don't you coach?
Exactly.
Why don't you put your hat in to become the Laker head coach?
Exactly.
I don't think that's a good idea.
We've been
Don't give that face like you ain't thought about it.
Yeah.
Don't give that face like you ain't thought
Because
about
I'm not even gonna pretend that coaching is an easy thing, right? You know, like being able to do the plays and stuff. It's more than that, right? It's a practice game plan, right? Subs, egos, right? Because I'm one of those. I would probably have a whole bunch of motherfuckers mad at me.
Right.
Because I'm not the old coach that sit there and got the blueprint. All right, we're gonna sub you in with 3 minutes left. It's like, oh, he giggling. Fuck.
Yeah, fuck that.
This
ain't serious.
This motherfucker
He
going
ain't
over here throw
serious.
bottle pop because even in like when we're playing, you've walked into a locker room and you sat there and a teammate came in there and you be like, he ain't got it today.
For sure.
I would be looking at the game from there. I'd be sitting there watching mannerisms, how he warming up. Yeah, right. You know what I mean? And I don't want to be the reason that I'm not playing somebody and I'm messing up the kind. I don't want to be responsible for that.
I went to the Brooklyn Nets Pacers game in New York, I think in March or something, April or March. And I was watching, I walk up to Carlisle, and he was Chuck Daly's mentor, mentee. And he was like, Chuck said, you get 6 points, 6 rebounds, and 5 fouls. And I go, and we'd win. I said, do not. I said, I had to fight for those 6 points, and it were tap-ins, because Isaiah was not throwing me the rock at all. But when I watch it, I watch even the warm-ups, man. When I watch them come out and they're doing their warm-up piece, I watch KD do it with those spins, like I saw, like him. But I watch him shoot from all the spots he's going to shoot in. I saw everybody else looking to see if they side piece came in. Oh, she got the seats. Oh.
Yeah, see, that's...
Yeah, I see that. Yeah, I would be highly upset.
Very important.
Yeah.
That's why I said I can't be a coach because I'm looking at everything, right? It's film. I'm watching how you on a plane. Like even though I'm that player, I'm still judging you off of that, right? And then I'm one of those guys. Like if the starters ain't getting it in, I'm the one. Bones Highland, get in there. Let me see what you got.
Yeah.
I say, what about the correction?
Yeah.
To me, it's like when you see it, you can see it and you can allow it to occur and develop into bad habits, right? But for me, it's always correction before the storm comes. And if you see these things during warm-ups, that means that they've been doing this shit in practice, right? So this is a correction in practice where I'm going to let everyone know if I see you in here bullshitting, don't even be looking over at me wondering why you ain't playing. This happens for preparation. Our preparation is gonna dictate our success. Our success is gonna dictate your paycheck, nigga. Do you wanna get paid? And take this shit serious. Cause I don't wanna have to be the one to blame because you're not getting paid, cause you're not getting no playing time, because I'm looking at your mannerisms cause you don't wanna take this shit serious.
That's the first thing. That would be my
Maybe you should be a coach.
What I'm saying, that'd be my first speech.
You want me to coach, guys.
My first speech would be like, hey man, how many of y'all wanna be max players? Everybody raise their hand. Do y'all know what it takes? Probably not, because y'all not. But look, you know what I mean?
You can't be sarcastic.
I know, but you know what I mean? But because that's the reality part of it, right?
You don't want to fight.
That's what makes you know, like the fact that you're not. I mean, that's. But
I mean,
do y'all know what Steph and LeBron do? Right? Do you know what KD does? If you don't, this is what they do. They're taking 1,000 shots a day. They're not going to the club every city we go to. They in the gym working out 3-4 times a day. That's what they do, right? Y'all first bus, second bus. Max players, there's no second bus. They don't know what the second bus look like. They don't know what it smells like. Because they've been in the gym since 3 o'clock.
Even the first bus.
Y'all got buses, different buses?
Yeah, first and second bus. Shit, I think they got third bus now.
See, there shouldn't be no third bus. I don't know what the second bus looked like because I was
First bus is
I was
for
in
the
a
young
cab.
players. Young players get there early on the first bus. Second players, vets players, to get there a little bit after.
See, I was told that I had to take a cab.
I'm about to say.
I had to take a cab and get there 3, 4 o'clock.
Yeah, I'm about to say.
So that's all I knew, 3 or 4 o'clock. There was no first, I had to get there before everybody to get all my things. So that's all I know. So I got to see, I'm a rookie trying to get on the court, being punished. In my mind, I'm being punished. Fucking here doing line drills and all that stuff. But I'm seeing Kobe Bryant here. I'm seeing Steve Nash. I'm seeing Ray Allen. Oh, this is the time the superstars come.
Yep.
Oh.
Yeah.
I'm seeing this is when the superstars work out. And I'm watching my play when the rest of the team come in, and I'm sitting here and they sitting there, they shot going, they doing this, they can't get a rhythm. And I'm looking down there, Kobe in the back, he ain't coming out because he already did his shit.
Yep.
That's what it is. So when I'm telling kids you want to be a max, then you got to fucking work like one. Because I'm telling you, I'm not going to tell you, I'm not going to be on your ass where you got to take 1,000 shots. You should already want to do that.
Mm-hmm. And it's
You should already want to do that. Like, I don't understand, players, look, they giving fucking money out. Right?
What are you gonna do?
260.
Because your kid is great. I watched your
8
kid
and 6.
become great.
8 and 6.
What you gonna do when he relaxes?
The same thing I said. Hey, I be like this. He be sitting there playing video games, and I be like, "You real good at this game." Man, you put a lot of hours in, huh? Yeah. You look like $100 million dude. He's like, what that mean? Because if you was bad at this game, that means you on the court. That dude that's sitting on the court, not on these games, that's $300 million right there. The time you spending 4-5 hours in here when you could have got 4,000-5,000 shots, and I be telling them it takes 1 hour on a shooting machine at 3 seconds to take 1,000 shots. You spent an hour on here where your ass could have been Steph Curry out there.
Yep. Yeah. That's a bar.
Like, I'm not gonna sit here and, hey man, we need to go to the gym. You should know.
Your sister was out there.
Yeah, you should know.
Yeah.
I be saying it. I say your little brother wake up at 5:30 every morning.
That's a bar.
So, you know what I mean? So I'm like, yo, you should be training for Kyrie. You gotta guard Kyrie. I said, you at the age where you gotta face Luka.
Yep.
You gotta face Jaylen Green. You gotta go against Brunson, motherfucker, Shea. So I don't know who you think you training for, but they whooping your ass. I told him yesterday, I said, Jaylen Green right now, they stopped when? 30 days ago? 40 days ago?
Yeah, probably 40.
He works out 3 times a day right now. He in the gym 3 times a day going hard. I said, he's been done only 30 days and he's 3 times a day already. How you think you match it up to that dude right now? You better get real. I'm just being real. That's who you got to face.
Yeah.
You over here thinking about Chatsworth, Fear Kane kid. The fuck them. Shit, that's who you got to guard.
My boy Michael Christian and I, he would be like, we would be at the club, and Joe Dumars said, it's good, 8 o'clock in the gym. And we'd be like, yeah, we'd be there. And we would literally put our stuff in the back and get there at 6 and sleep in the car so Joe would knock on the door. Because we wasn't going to go home, we'd make it back up. Boy, 12, and Joe would work out 4 hours, put on a suit, and then go to his office. Well, what does he do? And then he became the president. I was like, obviously what I didn't know. I didn't know what to do. Let me tell you, and this is, let's talk about it, because Vlad made sure, even though I hooked you up with Vlad, you still didn't have my number. Don't worry about it. It's okay. I'll try to get your baby mama to live longer and take care of your kids. Yeah, but don't worry about it. You didn't have my number. You and I had the same idea that LeBron would have more championships if he had a system. I'm not saying LeBron is better than Michael Jordan. I don't think anybody's better than Michael Jordan. For about 12 years, I said Kobe and Mike. I did that because I needed to stay relevant and y'all to hate me.
Yeah, we did.
Right, I know how to do television.
Yeah.
I need to give you an idea. Yeah, you're only doing TV.
I learned from somebody.
Right, so, but this is what I think. And I thought about the system. I thought about it because when I knew I was coming on today, I'm telling you, if LeBron, the reason it seems like LeBron is like firing people and getting out because of what you said. He only wants to win, and everybody else wants to be cool. And I think if there was a system where you can see automatically where things are going wrong, like in the triangle, Kobe broke the triangle, Shaq broke the triangle, Michael broke it all the time, but it was set up till it hypnotized whoever's playing defense is when you can do your thing. Because they were just like, he's gonna cut and beat me again, I'm not helping this guy. It confused everybody. So when I said that on my podcast, that's what I was talking about. I was talking about if he had something he can go down to, not when it's down to 5 seconds and everybody just goes, everyone stands there and go, what you gonna do? Every time it's what you gonna do, you really can't get it done.
So you talked about that. Let's show that clip from your TFU podcast. Are you making those comments?
LeBron doesn't have more championships because LeBron never played in a system that breeds championships. The triangle offense had Phil and Michael win 6 championships. They would have won 8 championships if Michael didn't go away.
Ain't that the truth?
Then to prove that point, they come to LA and he wins 5 championships with the same offense with a great player. But it's a system. They couldn't beat the triangle system. Then this guy named Steve Kerr goes and takes a version of it and wins 4 championships with it. It's a system. LeBron never had this triangle system. It was all put the weight on him, and anytime you put the weight on somebody without the system, they didn't win.
LeBron, yes, you got to go to Golden State, buddy.
Yeah. Kevin Durant was the smartest move.
Because you guys I watched it the whole time. Gil, you don't have a championship, but you're a winner, right? There's a difference between a winner and a champion. You can't come on the other side of the velvet rope, but you're still a winner. And I just think I've been watching him, and I played against Magic, and I still have nightmares. I still if I think basketball, I think about Kevin McHale and that, smelling like garlic on purpose type stuff, and Larry Bird just going, I still have those thoughts because I didn't sleep the night before, and then when you got to play, you real sleepy, you take a nap, all this different stuff. When I think about LeBron, I think about how when you give him the ball and he's dribbling, all of a sudden everybody is just sagging because he knows he's going to pass it first, and he knows when he passes it to the guy, it's a 40%, 30% chance he's going to hit the shot. In the triangle, LeBron passed that ball and run off second guard option. Now, you have to stay on LeBron. He just keeps opening, and then when they adjust, then he scores.
Yep.
When they adjust back, that guy scores. And you put in those positions to do it. It's to the next man. You help the next man. And that's what I meant by he didn't have a system. They even get down to the coaches where the coaches will go. Remember when Michael first time they gave him the ball and Phil was like, my job was give Michael the ball and everybody get out of the way? That's why he didn't beat us anymore, because we knew he couldn't push Joe Dumas. He was going to get smacked coming in the lane. We didn't care that the NBA had an agenda for the Messiah. We were the Romans. Crucify him. And that was the mentality. That's what I think about when I watch the game now. When I watch now, I watch Denver just run out of gas, seriously run out of gas. There was nobody on the squad to kick them in the ass, nothing for them to go, all right, let's go to sequence 1. Sequence 1 and build it back up to sequence. I just don't think that's happening anymore.
Well, let me say this about the LeBron thing. And so my whole take was LeBron's skill set would have been enhanced and we would have been able to reflectively look at Mike, Kobe, and LeBron if he's in the triangle, because the way Mike and Kobe trained their skill sets inside of the triangle helped them with the mid-range shot, the fadeaway shot, the elbow ISO shot, the top of the key ISO shot. All of these different skill sets were enhanced on top of their natural abilities.
Right.
Mike's natural abilities from the 80s to the 90s, he was just God-gifted with athleticism. He knew how to play. But the triangle helped him structurally understand how to get buckets in a system.
Right.
Same with Kobe. When he first came in the league, it was just athletic Kobe. once he started breaking the offense in the triangle, he started enhancing his skill set. By the second 2 championships, you've seen a Michael Jordan type Kobe because he understood the triangle. LeBron has always been isolated on an island without a bag.
Yeah.
Without being able to break a guy down and do that because he wants to pass first.
I don't need a bag though.
So solely on being that guy without that skill set or a system, we can't compare him to the other two.
Right.
So I said, well, if you put LeBron in the triangle, he automatically is going to enhance his skill set because now he's isolating his movements. That jump shot that he doesn't have that they're sagging on, he's going to work on that because it's a part of the offense. I got to hit this shot. That pop back from the big when you're popping back in that small corner, that shot is automatic for Kobe Mike.
Yeah.
They were looking for that option because they practice it. But Bron never had that option in the offense where he's going to practice this over and over and over and over again because I'm going to get these options. That was my thing with Bron. He could have been the best to play the game, but he never was set up for his skill set to enhance.
But it sounds like
He better than all of them.
what I'm saying is this. What I'm saying is that
He won 4 without a system.
You keep saying,
But that's what I'm saying. But that
He won 4 of them
you keep
without a
saying
system. So how good am I without a system?
skill set.
What
not
skill set?
better than them.
okay, but what I'm, but your sound is
40,000 points, and I
Not
have a
better
jumper?
than them.
That's the thing that's killing me, and it seems like it's a contradiction to what is being said. If Kobe and Jordan had a handicap by a system, they got enhanced by a system, and one has 6, one has 5, and this guy had to just play rogue basketball and got 4. Why aren't we giving him the benefit of the doubt, right?
Because
I did.
Right.
I got killed.
And that's the problem.
You
It's
take
like
away
it's-
you take away Kobe's 3 championships because he's playing with Shaq, right?
No.
Right?
Nobody does.
No, they do. They do. They say, well, you got one of those.
that's right.
You know, you rose Shaq, and you.
Well, that's-
I can't give it.
but
then
they
it's like,
give Shaq-
but
they
you
give
won
Shaq
2
3.
championships with Chris Bosh and Dwayne Wade, and you don't get no asterisk beside that, right? So if we're going to talk
Who's
about,
they?
what do you mean who's they?
You mean the guys who never played basketball? So
I'm
they
talking
don't-
about everybody in any conversation when you talk about Kobe Bryant 5 championships, LeBron 4 championships, Michael Jordan 6. That's 1, 2, 3, isn't it?
Yeah.
6, 5, 4 is 1, 2, 3. So where's LeBron on the totem pole of if you're considering championships being you're the greatest? LeBron, Mike has 6.
No,
He's number 1.
No, I think
Kobe has 5. He's number 2.
No, I think
LeBron has 4.
Right,
but
right.
the problem, he's number 3.
Right,
No, but
I think
that's-
Bron is better because he didn't have a system.
That's what I'm saying.
Like, bro, if he had I don't even think he would be good in the triangle.
That's only if we're considering championships to be the
Just
metric
period.
of being the greatest, in which I do not say.
Then that means it would have been Bill Russell.
Exactly.
Yeah.
And we never considered Bill
I
Russell to
always
be.
do it on championships, and I'm glad I have the luck in my life to been granted being on some great teams. But I said if we were going to, because when I watch y'all, I compare LeBron to Magic, and I don't compare him to Michael. I compare Kobe to Michael, but I compare LeBron to Magic, and Magic. 6'10". You played Magic at UCLA? Y'all ever? You old enough to do
Caught
that?
a lot of fouls.
Called a lot of fouls.
Oh, my God.
Cheating little motherfucker.
Best thing to do is be on Magic
Team, yeah,
You
Everybody
were
say
not
that.
leaving that
All
center
day.
court.
Everybody say that.
Hey, I seen Magic lose one time at UCLA, and it was on some janky shit he could not call a foul on, but
But he
it was
still stayed on the
impossible.
court.
He still tried to
But
figure
with
it
that
out.
said, though, John,
Yeah.
with that said, you said you comparing to Magic.
Yeah, I do.
Is Magic the greatest of all time?
I said the greatest player of all time was Magic, Larry Bird, Johnson. I tell you this, at the time I had never seen anybody like Magic. I still haven't. I haven't seen anybody literally just take over the game, talk, convince the refs. Yeah, did you get the money I sent you? You know, all that stuff. I'm just being serious.
I'm just being serious.
Yeah, but I hadn't seen anything like that. But when I saw LeBron and I was standing and he was looking me eye to eye and I saw him jump, look in the rim, dunk first.
How tall are you?
6'11" and 2/4.
And okay, because everyone thinks I'm stupid when I say. So you're 6'11".
Yeah,
Say that again. Y'all was doing what?
looking eye to eye.
Okay.
Yeah, the guy is amazing. And
so he's not 6'8".
no,
Okay.
and he's 265 pounds with 4% body fat and was bred. It's like a thoroughbred. He's only bred to run. You know what I'm saying? It's not a horse you ride around the neighborhood. This you put this horse on the track. And I just kept looking at him, and I couldn't believe, I did. I just kept looking at him going, whoa. And I thought Carmelo should have been drafted before him. I had to apologize. I apologized on television. I was like, I was wrong. His ass should have been third. You should have been the first pick. I haven't seen anything like it. But a lot of guys, hey, no one saw anything like Oscar Robertson either. And then they did. Dr. J, they said, had one hand, right? But that one hand was all he needed. I tell you, I think if you're going to say the greatest player of all time, I'm going to stick with Michael Jordan because he was the nucleus or the beginning of what the NBA has become after '94. The NBA became this brand. But LeBron, man, when he was 17, 8, and when he was 19, 20, he was destroying old men. And then when he got to the point of winning the championship, I mean, think about it. He lost first. Yeah. He had to deal with that loss, and his ass was right back to win it again, and then win it again.
He caught the Spurs.
Yeah.
No, what I'm saying is he don't get, it's like you have to give someone the benefit of the doubt, right? If it's like, what do they call them when you don't have a record label?
Independent,
right?
Yeah.
So if the system is the record label and no system is independent, and I'm selling just as many records or more records than you, right? You got 5 platinums, he got 6 platinums, I got 4 platinums. How are you penalizing me when you have the clear advantage over me?
But you're not being penalized.
You are.
You're not.
You're penalizing me, but one, I outdid more numbers than you. Like the man was Magic Johnson 2.0, right? And I hate when Jordan fans say this. He was a pass first guy. That's a bad take for you because he has the scoring title. So the guy who didn't want to shoot the ball got the most points. That is not a good take for you. You might want to lose that out because the guy who second nature was scoring has the most aggressive stat.
I think your music take is more right on than anything because you talk about independent versus majors, right? And the independent don't got the machine behind them. So you're talking about like somebody like Master P. Master P sells all of those records, right? But he doesn't qualify for a Grammy. He doesn't get any of those accolades, right? Because he's an independent. And because you're independent doesn't mean that you don't get the acknowledgement that you deserve because the numbers are the numbers. You sold 100 million independently. So that the metric of like your hypothetical is, well, imagine what happens if I have the machine behind me.
No, that's what you're hypothetical. You're saying if he did have it, he'll do this. We're saying he still has the Emmys and the Grammys. You just got one more than him. So
no, the point you're saying is what happens if he does have what Kobe and Mike had?
No, you're saying that.
No, I'm not.
You're saying if he had a system, this is what he'd be. We're both saying
his skills would have been more honed in. So think about an independent guy. An independent guy doesn't have access to the major label, the singing, the engineers, the producers,
studio,
the singing coaches, all the vocal coaching, all that stuff, right? They're raw talent. It's raw talent, right? So these are the guys like a Drake, Rihanna, Jay-Z, all these guys mainstream, they're killing it because they've mastered recording artists. You're independent on raw talent. So the hypothetical is, imagine if I had what they had.
Okay, but
that's the hypothetical.
We get that,
but you're not. But as an independent, you're not better than these guys based on your numbers. Your raw talent is your raw talent.
But that's what we're saying. If you're Drake and you're Hove, and I'm an independent.
Well, why can't he be Drake?
Okay, you can be Drake or because you're light skinned.
No, I'm good.
But what I'm saying is,
No, thank you.
If you got six Grammys. You have 5 Grammys. I have 4 Grammys being independent. I've sold more records than you and did. Like I might not have the most number ones like you guys, but the fact that I have one less than you, more sold albums, more, and I don't have a.
This is a great
push,
analogy.
A push behind
but
me.
he's missing-
Why am I not the greatest?
Because you're
if
missing
you
the
got
point.
you guys have the advantage.
you're missing the
I'm
point.
the one that's at the disadvantage, but
Because
I'm on the same road as
We're
y'all.
missing
you
the
don't
point
have the
though.
machine.
We're all interchangeable because if you take Kobe and Mike and put them in the independent market like you did LeBron, their sales will go out the blue.
We don't know. No,
That's not hypothetical. So Michael Jordan without the
Without the triangle,
the triangle.
he's going home again.
He goes home. He goes
He's
home
not
every
winning
time. But
chips.
look, he is the NBA's leading scorer of all-time history. He goes past
We don't know, but he
40,000.
doesn't win a championship. That's what.
Right. So if the championships don't matter, if LeBron's 4 and Mike's 6, and we're talking about raw talent should give him more, that means that if Mike doesn't
No,
get
it's
6,
not give him more.
but if Mike doesn't get 6, but he breaks all the records that LeBron has broken,
Then he would be LeBron, and you would be
and you're
talking shit
trying
about him.
and you're trying to say that LeBron is where he's
I'm
supposed to
saying-
be. And if Kobe doesn't go into the triangle, and he comes in as a raw talent and never sees the triangle offense, the hypothetical is, man, Kobe could be 40,000 points in the league. He could.
What I'm
He
saying
could
is-
be. He could do the
That's
same
what you're
thing.
switching. You're switching it.
I'm interchanging all of the pieces because
but-
LeBron is no different because he's an independent. And you're trying to say, well, if he had this,
No, you're saying if he
Okay,
had this.
okay, so what are
I'm
you saying?
saying?
You're saying-
I'm saying since he doesn't have
All
this,
that.
he's number 3 still.
No. Since he doesn't have it, that's what makes him so raw and better to us.
But
because
he's
he didn't
number
have the
three.
system.
he didn't have it. He didn't have it.
But he's
Because
number
he
three.
didn't
You see
have
what I'm
the
saying?
system. So we
because
said like
he
he
didn't
had to
have it.
figure it out.
If I'm boxing, if I fight Mayweather right now, right? Before this fight, what should it be? An ass whooping. If I take him all the way to decision, right? Who won? Who really won that fight?
Are the metrics?
Right?
Are the
Who
metrics?
if I don't have no
but if you
personal
don't
trainer,
knock
I don't
him out-
have no
If you
gym.
don't knock him out, Gil. If you don't
It ain't about me knocking him out.
No, you're talking about Floyd. If Floyd takes him 12, and that's all you're winning on is taking him to 12 because boxing is a punch stat. I just got to go in here and win on the numbers and win on the card. But I'm Mike Tyson and I'm knocking these niggas out because this is what they came to see. Fighting, boxing, knockouts. But I'm 50-0 because I've never challenged myself to do anything more than win on points.
But I don't. But
Are you saying?
But what is the analogy? What is this analogy?
Is the challenge of your skill set being a skill set not based on how many championships, how many points. Is I'm this good and I can work in any scenario, independent
we don't know,
or not.
We don't know. You're trying to blend it. Your take was this. If LeBron James had Michael Jordan and Kobe's triangle, he would have more championships.
No, I said his skill set would be enhanced.
His skill set would be enhanced. Okay.
I believe he would have more championships.
You believe he have more championships? His skill set would be enhanced. We're saying, well, okay, if you have him 3 without this beautiful system, how good is he?
That's what I'm saying. Like,
Yeah, so
If he didn't have that,
But
if
we
he
don't
did
know
not
what the
have
other two look.
It don't
without-
matter.
Yes, it does.
You're the one making the analogy.
But I'm
if
not
he
making.
had it,
I would make
he
that
would be
analogy.
better.
I would
We're
then
saying
make that analogy. I would say, well, then
I agree.
Kobe and Mike without the system
Wouldn't have the skill.
Look just as good as
Or-
LeBron.
or-
But you're not even saying LeBron looks good. You have them in front. LeBron is the one getting
I'm not
fucked
saying
up.
LeBron looks good.
No. What we're saying is, if you take LeBron and put him in a system and take these guys out, then you will be saying fuck LeBron and fuck
No,
Kobe.
I would not. How you just saying that I would say that because you think that I don't like LeBron. I'm saying LeBron.
Well, I've been watching the show. You don't.
Okay, listen. I literally say LeBron's skill set would enhance
Okay.
if
Not
he
like
had X, Y, Z.
That
know if
means
you
if
watch
they
the show.
didn't have it.
He likes some deep.
No, what I'm saying, so if you're saying if LeBron had it, he will have these skills. That means since they have it, and you're saying if they didn't have it, you got to take away their skill.
I'm not taking.
You have to take away the skill.
Bro, I'm saying that the comparables of the being the greatest, if Mike is the greatest and Kobe's a mirror image of the greatest, the skill set beyond that is based on the fucking system that they were in.
So if they're not in the system, they don't have that skill set.
No, they don't.
Okay.
So the,
So if they
the
both-
raw talent that they both had before the system would be in place. So the Black Jesus that we seen before the triangle, you would have to compare that to LeBron right now.
Okay.
And then you would say, who's better?
Okay, so
Black Jesus is by far better than LeBron James.
So if Black Jesus did all the scoring and never won a championship, and LeBron, we know what LeBron has.
Yeah, without the
right?
system.
We know what LeBron has without the
better
system.
player.
Now we
88 Mike?
What I'm saying is,
or 2023 LeBron?
what we're saying is we know what LeBron has without a system. We know what Michael Jordan didn't have without the system.
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah, couldn't get
now.
by Detroit.
Now, does he?
You know better than anybody.
Now, does he have 6 championships without the triangle?
No.
Okay, so without 6 championships,
Is that a hypothetical?
No,
I'm
it's not
guaranteed he wouldn't.
Huh?
Okay, guaranteed.
Is that a hypothetical?
He guaranteed.
You can't guarantee shit if we
You
can't go
can't.
back and do
Spider
it.
made the
This is
guarantee.
We
just-
can't go back and do it,
I
right?
just thought about it. I'm glad I'm listening. See, I learned to be a listener as I got older too. This is the deal. When they ran the regular offense, our job, I'm going to tell everybody right here on the show because Gil deserves it. My teammates are going to be really pissed off, but I'm going to tell you the Jordan rules. Fuck him up. No, I'm joking.
It looked like it on TV. You knew that.
No, the Jordan rules were this. We knew he was going to put the ball on the ground, right? So, and everybody saw this, and we said that. Our deal is to push him left. And they said, well, he can't go left. He can. He's just going to put it in his right hand, but he can go left. And we knew that Joe Dumars was 215, 220 pounds. Michael was 190, 205 or something like that. I don't know. We knew that if we came in big, he was going to try to shoot over us. He was not going to pass it, right? The difference is LeBron can see over us. LeBron can see. So we knew that we take away their one threat, the rest of the guys didn't have what it took to beat us. In the triangle, like I said, you get hypnotized because a guy's running to a position, you go, I can't let him stand on the box without me touching him, which opens up the other side. And when the ball is rotated and the guy's running off and then you're thinking about where's my man, to the point where you become selfish on defense and I'm only guarding my guy, which made the offense work because then we couldn't double Michael. We couldn't push him to where we wanted to because he was catching the ball where he wanted to. That's the difference. And I think that the only way they even beat us the year in 91 is just we were just tired, man. We had been killing ourselves till we got to 1991. And then they had the offense. Because I watched the Chicago Bulls play the Lakers in game 1, and literally I thought the Lakers were going to beat the Chicago Bulls. That's the way it looked. And they didn't because they shut it down, like I said, went into their mentality of what the offense was going to be and how to run it. And that's why I said the system, because it can always reset you. And when you're not in this situation, you got to sit around and go, well, he looks gassed. I got to give him some time. This guy was playing good in the last whatever. He's finished his divorce. We got rid of the girl who was bothering him. All those different things that came in. And I say that jokingly, but not jokingly, because like I watch your show and you guys are really, really smart. And I'm so happy that I'm not the only one that's not a dumb jock. No, but it's such a good thing that you guys have pushed it to that point and not being just considered a jock. But in that thought process, a lot of things we leave out is that players are human. And the problems they will have going on, they bring onto the court. For some reason, Phil knew how to get in there, play that drum, let Dennis wander. Michael was making sure his socks is perfectly across from each other. And we watched so much film, we knew exactly how to run an offense, running the offense. Last time they took this away, so we're going to do this. And then when they realize it's happening, they're going to let it open back up. That's what I mean by a system. We knew we would do something in a triangle, you would adjust, which is why we wanted you to do it, so we can run a different way. And I think now sitting here thinking and listening to you guys just sit around and go over it, I think LeBron may be the best player to have played in the NBA. It may, has that come up? Did I just say that out loud?
Yeah, you said that.
We converted you.
Yeah, if
We
he,
convert, you brought you, no, I'm just kidding.
Like the reason the
Suburbans, you can leave now. The black Suburbans can leave. The black Suburbans.
the reason because we've played, we've been around coaches, and we missed the opportunity that he could have played with Phil or Pop, right?
Yeah.
And he had to win with mediocre coaches, newbie coaches. Like when people talk about, oh, he fired his coach. I'm sorry that he don't have a resume that he should keep this job. Like the fact that he even got to coach LeBron, he should just be happy with that, because majority of these guys, Michael Jordan would have got rid of too.
yeah, Michael didn't, and I don't really think
Kobe would have definitely got rid of too.
Yeah, but Michael, this was another thing great about MJ. Michael only wanted to play basketball. Everybody else wants to do the politics. And that politics, you can really get you into something. Because they went like, when I got to get on team, they were like, well, we got to talk to the players. I said, which ones? He said, MJ. I said, that's my frat brother. I'm Omega Psi Phi Incorporated. I mean, I want number 22. I was ordering stuff before they even had the conversation. So I don't really think, I just think now too many people have too much to say. But I would listen. If I was the Lakers, I've been thinking about this so much. Would I listen to a player? I would listen. I would listen to what he has to say because he's so smart. But I also would say, okay, we can do that, but we're going to change a couple of things. I would go in to change it because I explained to my boy who was thinking J.J. Redick shouldn't be the coach. I said, do you know how many players played at Duke? Yeah. I said, how many got their number retired? Like, this dude is brilliant. This dude would be a great coach. I think you'd be a great coach. I think you have a heart attack. Yeah, you have a heart attack, definitely.
He'd be sweating, dying on the job.
And you're not allowed to smack players.
Have you seen how strong they look now?
Yeah.
Yeah. Nah, my whole staff's gonna be the bad boys. Rick Mahone, let's go. Let's go.
So, question for you: you won championships with MJ and Kobe. How are they similar, and how are they different as hoopers?
The difference was when you're on Chicago, I was with the Beatles, I was with Elvis, I was with Michael Jackson, and I was with the Pope. So, and you guys are so, I guess, spoiled but lucky. Dog, when I got on the Bulls and we were staying at the Plaza in New York, everybody was like, we're going to dinner. I said, I'm not leaving my room. Are you kidding me? You know how long it take me to get to the Plaza? Now you guys, take it for granted, but it was crazy that we had a plane that had a bar in the middle of it. We had the OMGM plane. We had security that was, Michael Jordan security used to fly on his jet, land, and meet our jet. It was 3 buses. Man, if you missed the bus, you was getting fined and might not play. So I couldn't even imagine them giving you a series of going to it. Now, being with Kobe, it was different because I got to go to dinner with him. You go to TGI Fridays. There's nobody really going, oh, Kobe, because he was only 19, 20. But then he grew into that, what he became. By the time I got to Michael was already,
He was at the pinnacle.
Your Highness. The difference is Michael is tied and Kobe is tied evergreen. It's not that much different. The Lakers were way cheaper than the Bulls, which is almost impossible. Like the Bulls had 3 massage therapists, a swimming pool to train in, 4 trainers, strength coach.
Wait, in the 90s?
Hold the fuck on.
90s, yeah.
Nobody, we never heard that.
Wait. Old dog.
never.
Fuck that.
Yeah. They fired the massage therapist I brought into the Lakers. He came to me and was like, man, they don't have me here. And I was like, I kept saying, I said to Phil, I said, I'm going to say it again, Formula One cars or stock NASCARs. And he kept saying, what do you mean? I go, when you finish a Formula One car, you break it down to the last bolt. And if that bolt has anything wrong with it, you get another bolt to it. The car is going to be put together again next week. Stock cars, you go, oh man, change the tire. you don't have guys here being tuned up. You don't have them being making them get massaged, making them talk to the nutritionist, making them eat certain ways. If you bought, what I heard, if you bought fast food in the locker room, oh my God, that would have been thrown against the wall. Like, you had better food. They knew they were feeding you to win. Everywhere else, man, I remember I was on a squad, I won't say the name, Miami Heat.
Hey, yo, that's like when Kanye said, "You know, I can't say."
Can't say, but
It was
literally guys are bringing dollar food on the plane. Bringing dollar food on the plane, and you just got a $12 million contract. That was a lot then. You just got that, you eating dollar food. And I didn't get that. And when I got to Chicago, it was like gourmet. When we got into the plaza, we pulled in the back of the plaza, Gil. I didn't even know there was a back of the plaza, and I'm from New York. I never even saw this street. We pulled in, and there was people holding stuff, and you know, I'm an NBA player, so I start grabbing, you know, filling up the bag, you know, give me the drinks, you know. She ain't ordering no drinks, so I got them right here. So, you know, you throw it in the bag. Man, they were like, everybody got it. And I was like, wow. It was completely treat you like you're royalty, and you'll play like you're royalty.
And that was in the night. We didn't even have that in the
1996.
I didn't get my first meal from the road team until LeBron James in Cleveland.
What?
When the road team fed, the first time was like, I'm thinking the coach was had it. And I was like, damn, coach, appreciate it. He was like, this ain't from us. Cleveland sent that. It was like the Clayton Clark, right?
Yeah.
Like, she changed. I'm like, yo, young fella got it. Like, God damn.
Yeah, Dallas was doing that.
Yeah, but that's what I'm saying. It was Clippers had, where were they practicing at?
The
Weingart YMCA at one point.
Yeah,
And that was in 2005, 6, 7. So the fact that y'all had this type of, we didn't have a chef in Washington until like 2005, 6. Like food, like breakfast food. Oh my God, we didn't eat till lunch, and that was damn near Boston Market. And then the chefs came in like 2005, 6.
It's only Boston Market. Yeah, in Detroit we had Dot Nellis, and we got on the plane with Catfish, and Chuck Daly was like, never again were you bringing that stinky shit on the plane. We had shrimp and all kind of shit, and and it got to a point where we said, okay, we're gonna have better food. And when we started getting treated better, it was funny, man. It was not hard to win 63, 65 games. That's
You only got to think about basketball.
You only had to think, like MJ only had to, and we smoked cigars on the bus. Oh, I forgot your cigars.
Y'all
man.
smoked cigars on the bus?
On the bus.
I don't think they could do that.
MJ was smoking on the plane. And don't say nothing to him either.
Yeah.
Your ass won't be
Like
working
that?
no more.
That was back in the day. Where you,
Like that?
2000.
Oh, no, yeah, but
They're telling me 2003, he was on the plane smoking. The ladies like, hey, you can't smoke it. It's your last flight.
Yeah.
But I mean, damn, that was loyalty like
On
damn.
the bus too? Going to the games?
Coming from the game.
Like after the games for sure.
And then we would pop it. Yeah, it was. We were treated like adults to the point where I went to Greece the next year, the next summer, and in Greece they lined like the players up here and the coaches up there, and the coaches, you know, they're European. They were smoking cigarettes, and so I reached and pulled out a cigar, and they were like, psst, "You can't smoke in front of the players." I'm motherfucker, you're a table away, and I'm grown. I got children. You can't tell me when I can and how I cannot smoke. And kids don't smoke. It's not good for you unless it's Freud cigars or Deuces 22 weed. Did I just? We all lied.
Did I just do that? Did I just do that?
what's the Deuces 22?
I can tell you this right now, and this goes for anybody in the 2000s. I would have bust their ass. I'm sorry, you're not gonna be able to smoke cigars after every game and then you about to guard me.
Well, remember we.
You think you about to hit some motherfucking alcohol and then think you not about to get this work?
Hey, I said the same thing, bro. I was a rookie,
No bucket.
and I'm thinking, I play well in Boston, and Paris beat me up court again. I was like, man, Chuck Daly was like, you hanging out too much last night? I go, nah, I didn't know he was that fast. I thought I could jog. I didn't know he was. He was like, pay attention. And Harris beat me up and down. He's doing all this stuff, and and I'm wanting to block shots. I'm like, oh, they got me. And so I'm in the hotel, and I'm just walking around because there's nothing to do. They tell us we can't go out in Boston. And so I'm old enough, I go by the bar, and Paris sitting there with a cigarette and a scotch, like this. And I was like, you smoke cigarettes and drink scotch? He said, you gotta learn to pace yourself, young fella.
Pace yourself.
Pace yourself, young fella. I was like, yeah, so, yeah. It was, they used to smoke in the halftime too. Pat Riley, remember they talk about Vlade Divac?
Yeah.
Smoke at
In the
halftime.
hitters.
Yeah, smoking doesn't do anything to you. It's a nervous thing.
These are the stories, man, that just this generation misses. And I've talked to Rick Mahorn and the Big Three and Dr. J, and some of the things they say, I'm like, y'all sitting on a fucking gold mine.
Yeah.
80s, probably 94 to the 70s. That's all gold mine material, because it's an era that no one knows exists. These people smoking in a cigarette, smoking.
Yeah.
Y'all was doing cocaine? They can't even imagine it. So hearing it, so when your dad was telling stories, you sit there like,
Yeah.
Dude, we used to fly commercial. So the prettiest girls, or the girls that's in the fishbowl now, let me explain that. Let me explain
It's
fishbowl.
called the work.
We call them the work.
It's called the work.
The work?
Yeah.
Oh my God.
see, they got, secretaries, when you tell that's my secretary. That's my,
That's my work. That's my work. Yeah.
The girls that were working the league.
working the league.
I remember I said to this guy, to a rookie, I was in 2000. I said, hey man, we're gonna go in, you got 20 minutes, pick what you need to pick. When we still had limousines. It was gonna be a limo outside and we bounced it. It was like 20 minutes, Al. I was like, yeah, trust me. They're not here to dance. They're here because they know we coming. Let's go, right? And they didn't believe me until I would walk in the club and say, who's fucking? And the girls went, and they was in the cars. And they were like, man, it's that easy. Imagine when we flew commercial, we had to stay the night, so every game was 3 days. So there was, the Detroit Pistons ended all that because we got a private jet. So it ended 88 babies, drug use, fights.
Oh, it ended all of
It
that?
ended all, because after we would get there the night before, and Chuck was smart, we would leave at 5:30. We get there at 7 o'clock, you rushing just to get to eat. And then we would play, and then we on the flight back home. So that ended all that other stuff, which got us the rest in homes, got guys that have their marriages longer. But when I first got in the NBA, everybody had to fly through Detroit. So it'd be times you see teams, and back then, we wasn't no friends. So it's like gang members. You watching them and whatnot, and then you ask your trainer who they playing, because you're not supposed to pay attention. But the flight attendants was who guys were rapping to. And those flight attendants, as in today, they can fly without you paying for it, and they can get their own hotels. It's a different fight. It was the flight attendants. It was what y'all call the work. I say what was fed in the fishbowl. And it's the same girls, and it's the same situation, and it's the same rolling. So when I went to write a book, I was doing it with a great writer, and I make the stories funny because they were funny to me, and I make the stories funny, and then they wanted serious stuff, and I was like, nah, I want to be able to walk in arenas at least once or twice, and I'm not telling you any Isaiah Thomas stories because there are none. He went to sleep at 8 o'clock every night with milk and cookies.
Chris Paul.
I get it. Yeah.
Let it be known. Let it be known. He was home. Isaiah could not hang out. He'd be like, I can't, man. I gotta go to sleep. I was like, what? We're here, what?
So y'all used to, so when y'all played, let's say you played a night back then, you stayed over?
Pick a team. So we're flying in Detroit, which is the middle of the country. So we're going.
Before the flight, before private, you had to stay, so after the game, you stayed.
We left the next morning.
Yeah. So I'm thinking this is great. We go to Sacramento, and Dennis finally meets somebody that he loves dearly. He just met her, and we're here for a reason, not a season. So we had to get up. It is like 7 o'clock because our flight is at 9:30 in the morning, and we were like rushing to get to the bus. But we literally got there, beat Sacramento, and then we get to the club. And the club is off the chain in Sacramento. And the Sacramento Kings are there. They just got their ass beat by us. They beat us to the club. So I was like, oh, this is the greatest thing in the world. Only time it really wasn't great was in Chicago. Because we go to Chicago, and Isaiah was the man in Chicago. Bruh, Chicago makes me nervous to this day. Dudes are looking at us like this, like we in the club, and I was like, what's up? He said, we're the Pistons. You know, we beat the Bulls, and they love Michael Jordan. I go, we just gonna let them stare at us like that? Isaiah was like, I'm from Southside. That whole crew on that side is with me. I was like, oh, yeah, it's time for me to go to the hotel. Time for me to leave. So we've stayed a night, man, and it's bad business too. Because you know it's the same work.
Yeah.
That's what you guys call it.
That sounds good when the old head say the same word.
Pre-owned work.
That's night before, so that means she know you stand.
Man,
so you gotta stay with her
let
again.
the work work, man.
This is a teaching moment, just period. That one little entity stopped a lot of shit.
Yeah.
Private jet, so the other team can get out of there, stop fighting, marriages, drug use, like.
Yeah.
It didn't stop the work.
No, but it stopped the work from
Life
you two
finds
fighting.
a way,
But no,
Jurassic Park.
it stopped the work from you two fighting over that work in the club.
Well, she just worked somewhere else. She went to work somewhere else.
Yeah.
But as I said, because probably that's what they were fighting over. The girl that one of them probably brought in, she probably messed with one of them, and they fighting in the club about it.
Yeah, it was a trick because when I got on the Lakers, you know, I liked my wife at that time.
I liked my wife.
I like my wife.
I like
He got isms.
He does.
Y2K.
Yeah, because you know, you guys may not be married, but you get to a point where she don't like you, you don't like her, and it was year 7. You know, usually that's the year things go wrong. But I liked her. I still like her. Been 30 years now, and I love her. But it's important, more important to like somebody because you can love anything, but when you like something, you ain't gonna.
Facts.
So I liked her and I loved her, and. That's so shitty. And so there was one girl, I'm gonna just tell a story. I don't care if she hears it. There was one girl that was left out. I don't know how she was left out. She was the baddest of the white girls. I'm joking. This is how I do jokes. Anyway.
That's how I do jokes.
This is how I do jokes.
Workshop in the work.
It's a good joke. I know it's a good joke with Karen involved.
And so I say, you know, everybody had chosen. And so I said, okay, I'm the OG. Hey, you can roll with me. And she comes to the room and she was, you know, I got incense burning, conversations with God right there. You got fucking Buddha music on. She was like, what's up? I was like, oh yeah, I'm practicing Buddhist. And she was like, oh, we gonna fuck? I was like, let me get you a cab. Just like that. And she was like, what? I said, let me get you a cab. So I, being a gentleman, I walk her downstairs. True story. I'm walking her downstairs. And the security lady goes, oh, hey, John, how you doing? She goes, what you doing here? She goes, mind your business. She goes, Miss Sal, I know you now. I said, no, I'm just walking her to a cab because she's been here 3 times this week.
Damn.
Fine work right there.
It was, I wish I could have filmed it, but I was happy I had a witness walking her to, and I didn't, because think about the girls who are now just
Making claims.
Oh my! Not making claims, telling you stories. I saw that girl on Tasha K, and I saw Gil and Swaggy talking about like you guys be naming names, and I was like, oh my God, I would have to.
Yes, that was
I would have
separate
to.
program. Not good.
Should they do that to us?
I'll say they do that to us in their group chats.
Hey, look, I put it like this: if I pay, I can say.
Oh!
If I pay, I can say.
This is my money. It's my money. I should be able to. Once you took my dollar, I use it at my discretion. You the one who's handicapped.
I have not heard anything bad about you.
Me?
No, none of.
Making
This
sure.
is why I asked. I asked someone before I came in. I go, Who's on the couch?
Damn.
I've been hearing a lot about those Samoan girls with one eye. No, I'm just
You got the wrong one.
No, I'm messing with you. I'm messing with you.
See, I got the no chill. See, I got the no chill. They got to think I'm crazy.
I know.
See that?
I do. I sit there and I go, hey, my cousin Michael Odom. I go, did you? I got to send you this.
Yeah.
He goes, I watched it.
Yeah, see, they think I'm wild in them streets. I got to use that. It's sales.
You're brilliant.
I be in the house like a motherfucker. If you see, you ain't seeing me in public, goddammit. Shit.
You see Gil in public,
No.
man.
Like, damn.
If you
he
see
in and out. He like
the no chill Maybach.
Yeah.
If you see,
If you see no chill Maybach.
I like
the
it.
vanity plate.
This is so nice, man. Like, I always wanted to come to this part of Beverly Hills. You live like 2 doors from Denzel. I'm gonna walk by Denzel's house. Eddie Murphy's right up the street. Barry Bonds was over here. This is real nice. Security guard literally frisked me 3 times, though.
Oh, yeah, the old white guy, right?
Yeah, you got
No, white chick. I enjoyed it. I kept saying,
It was a man.
That wasn't no.
That was a man.
Is it also man?
That was a man. You gotta watch yourself now. She look good, but hey, it don't feel good. I'm just saying.
hey, I got a question. I got a question that's gonna ruin your show.
Trust me, we have
Every week.
No, this is a crazy question because I saw it
Larry?
and I said I got to bring this up on Gil's show. So my man Paulie Shaw said he had sex with a transsexual. Can we talk that on this show, or is this only basketball?
you have to, whatever you use. We got.
I mean, it's good.
We don't know it. We don't know the go. Yeah, we don't know the story. So go.
But we're live, so we'll talk about it some other time.
Nothing we can do about it.
I asked y'all, over here, man, I always wanted to
Thank you,
know
Mr.
what it was
Tommy,
like
thank
to be up in the house next to Denzel Washington. This house is almost the same size. This is amazing.
It is luxuriously balling. So we got to check. Obviously, new Bad Boys movie coming out. You've had an extensive acting career.
There's more to come.
What was that experience like with Martin and Will in the first Bad Boys playing the character Fletcher with them thick ass glasses?
Well, first, this is why I love Gil so much, and I tell him I was as vocal as he was, and not as articulate sometimes, but close, right? And so I would say things, and they would get mad, and they would chill. But when I got in the movie, I started realizing how fast it was happening. That after it happened, I got Eddie. And then I thought, shit, I just did Bad Boys. Y'all should pay me $100,000. They were like, favorite nations. You're getting the same as everybody else. But then I wanted to be an actor. So then once I got into it and started taking the classes, because I think it's important. Like Terry Crews asked me when he first was starting, well, what are the only advice to do? I said, take your classes. Like, get rid of your ego. Like, literally be the part, be the character mentality. Then when I didn't get Bad Boys 3, I saw where they were going, and I kind of bitched about it. And, I'm always bitching at Will or something. I'm like, I can't believe that. Like, you didn't put me in. But this one, I got to be at the table read. I got to see other sets. I got to talk to Jerry Buckheimer morning. How you doing, sir? Can I get you coffee? It was, and I'm telling you, I think it's the funniest one. And it's the funniest one because Will and Martin are like 1 and 2. It is literally they play off each other, and if it worked, they kept it. It wasn't so strict. They were like, hey, write this in. This will go right here. How many seconds we got? And so I got to watch my friend Will be free. I don't know if the slap made him free, but aware of everything. No, what I mean by that is y'all realize how you remember how restricted he had to be. He had to. That's why everybody was so upset, because they wanted what they wanted as opposed to him being free. And I think he's not happy that he did that, but I think it freed my friend till he was aware of everything around him, and now he can just make movies because you want to, not because you got to get an Oscar, not because you have to be anything else.
It was a release.
That's crazy, because that's pretty much how a lot of successful people are. Their success handicaps them
Yeah.
from being who they are, right? And sometimes, like, when something happens, even though it's hurting them in real time, they're like, oh, yeah.
Yeah.
I can see better now, actually.
Finally.
Because here I was so looking at this lane that now that I'm out of it, I get to see the world better.
Yeah, that happened when I left the NBA. I was like, man, I wish I can go back. Right?
Yeah.
But it's too late. But when you get away and you look at something, your POV is different. I mean, I took 3 years off. But when I came back, I knew how to train. I knew I knew everything. I knew how things were going. But then, you know, Phil didn't want to give me another year, and I don't know if I could have coached.
I might need to
$500,000.
slap somebody to get my groove back.
Yo, how was it?
Just as long as they don't slap me back.
Got a bob and weave.
You know, I slap them, I'm getting the groove, they getting the groove, slapping me back.
Yo, how was it being an Eddie?
Eddie was dope, yo. I just saw a picture of Malik Sealy's ex-wife, Malik Sealy's widow, Malik Sealy's widow, put a picture up. It was just, you know, we had Mark Jackson, and we had, you know.
Real players.
We had real players, and the players were coming in, but Whoopi Goldberg, if any star I've ever been around, is the star of all stars. She is the best person you can ever do a movie with. Things she wanted to explain, it wasn't like, da-da-da-da-da, get your lines right. It was like, okay, think about it this way. And then, okay, get it. And my whole thing was memorization. So I learned this from Will, know the whole script.
Yes.
So when you're saying your lines, Will is saying your lines.
They used to do that on Fresh Prince early on, and then
You could feel them,
And I took that on. I know what you're going to say, and then I know how to answer back to that point.
Yep. It's the timing.
Yeah, I'm going to get y'all to be in a movie pretty soon. Anyway.
Please. I can't wait.
Presented by Underdog Fantasy. Whoop, whoop. Well, John, we
wanna
could do
kill
this all
somebody.
day, and we appreciate you pulling up, but
Yeah. I wanna
we
kill
do got a schedule to keep, so we're going to move on to Mostly Fans.
Give me put me on.
If you enjoyed this show,
Robert Banks.
go ahead and download the Underdog Fantasy app. Use promo code GIL. You can receive up to $250 in bonus cash in a special pick'em. Damn, we could do that all day. We got to bring you back on here.
Mostly fans.
Yeah.
Who thought of that?
One of them freaks in the
back.
One of them freaks in the glass.
Not only mostly. That's dope. Mostly fans.
Mostly. We don't want all y'all.
So, question is from Andy C3. Who has more dogs on their team, the Timberwolves or Mavericks?
Timberwolves.
Timberwolves.
They got the top dog right now, I'd imagine. Top young pit bull.
You said most?
Yeah, who got more dogs on their team?
Dallas.
Ooh.
Luka, Kyrie, PJ Washington.
That's 3.
Coming off the bench.
That's
But he's
3.
still a dog. Okay, so name 3.
The Timberwolves do have Big Purr.
Please don't say Rudy.
McDaniels. Ant-Man. Conley.
Conley's a dog?
Yeah.
Nas Reed.
Okay, hold on. What is the definition?
Right, of dog.
Okay,
I'm about
so
to
yeah.
like, hold on, like,
Yeah, remember, dog, see, that's this generation, dog is more of a defender type of player, right? Someone who just get after it. So Luka wouldn't be considered a dog.
he's a dog because of the way he be killing. Like,
Nah, but see, that's
a dog to me. Like,
You know what I mean? It wouldn't be.
I wasn't thinking that.
Like the
Yeah,
Detroit
like a
Pistons,
killer.
all of them would have been dogs. Right, those.
okay.
So it's more of the
He knows
defensive
what
type.
a dog is.
I mean, a dog. This
he has
like,
a dog on his fucking chest.
but-
And a
but he
dog
knows
next to him.
exactly.
But using it different.
So Luka's not a dog. Kyrie. Those are the two biggest dogs in that series.
It wouldn't be them. It wouldn't.
Is Kyrie's a dog on defense?
See, I told you it's a defensive thing. Yeah.
Right away. Is he a dog on defense?
All right, well, I don't like the question. The question should be
You say got that dog in them.
like
If they
the
say
question
got
should
that
be, are
dog
you a
in them, now
killer?
does it just
How many
mean
killers
defense?
is on there?
It's the dog. So it's
You
more
have been questioned by the feds before, I can see. I don't like the question. My lawyer's not here yet.
yeah, so it's more defense and two-way player type of guy.
Yeah.
Like Jimmy's a dog. You know what I
Okay.
mean? It's that. So.
All right.
So more two-way, right? They don't have to be just strictly deep, but both sides. But
Yeah,
I thought it was defense.
Yeah,
okay,
see?
that's what it used to be. I feel like
Yeah.
the younger generation is now mutated.
Yeah.
Back then,
Who got that dog in
The dog. Who got that dog? Like
Yeah, who got that dog in him?
They were terrible. Like that was the guy who was lazy. He's just a dog-ass player.
See? Oh,
Like back when I came in, it was a dog. He's a dog.
Oh, he's dogging it.
yeah, he's
yeah,
dogging
yeah,
it.
yeah.
So that's what I said. It's changed.
Yeah, it
Now
changed.
it's more
It changed every
pitbull.
5 years.
I think it's where you live. I think it's like he's in the Valley, so they probably was like dog ass player. Like, when you play a certain place, like dog is, hey man, that nigga's a dog right there.
Wow.
He gets after it.
Oh, so Gil wouldn't know nothing about that because he's from the
Well, they consider him a dog from our side. Like Gil was a dog. He pick up. He go after it. He gonna get buckets. Like, he's a dog. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? But from his perspective, he was like, I ain't no fucking dog ass player. I'm good.
No dog ass player.
So we asked the chat who has more dogs. 72% said the Timberwolves. We appreciate you pulling up. You were welcome back anytime because we could have did about 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 hours.
Check the South Consultants LLC.
Plug whatever you need to plug right now.
Oh God, I want to hear some
The
of that
TFU podcast, whatever else you got going down.
I saw you have my Porsche outside.
At 9/11.
Yeah. Whose is that? I'm gonna take it.
She up there.
I thought you was raising your hand. I thought you wanted to give you that.
She up there.
Yeah, I'm taking it.
So we appreciate all y'all rocking.
Yeah, I got something. Just want to shout out to my niece. Graduated high school today.
Okay.
Oh, just shout out time. Oh, check out my podcast.
Yeah, that's what we
TFU. You can figure it out. Check it out with me, Josh, AD, and Alejandro. We're trying to get to you guys' level. I moved in slowly. Vlad, God bless you, Vlad. And I'm always going to be your friend. Put me on. I introduce he and Gil do big money deals. I get nothing, but that's it. But check out the
no favorite nations on the deal?
I just stole your whole idea of using the downstairs, but I like it. I like keeping it light. I like it. And congratulations, you're getting married pretty soon, I hear.
Oh. You see how he dressing? You see how he dressing? Yeah. You see how he dressing? You see how he dressing, man?
Yeah, that shit all the way to the top.
You wearing her bracelets, not her ring. I get it. You wearing her bracelets. You went back to the motherland. I'm so proud of you.
Girl over here like, hell yeah. Like, wait, relax.
I'm just trying to get some content.
Well, that's what we do on this show.
Boys are sweating over there. Like, whoa.
I'm over here like, wait a minute.
Don't put that out there on me.
So make sure y'all stick around for an all-new episode of Sheed and Tyler coming up next. But this has been Gil's Arena presented by Underdog Fantasy. Whoa. We'll see y'all tomorrow.